It should be going to Twitter, I hope. It's so bad. Let me change that. Okay, I'll give it a bit and start. Do this real quick. Let me pull up Shadow Switch if I need it. God, I hate being sick. Oh well. Oh, ew. Give me 2 seconds to see your message. I just need to read it. What? I'm not gonna be focusing on dismantling their tent. I just want to talk about what can be improved. Because, like, I play tent at least a tiny bit, you know. But I play it enough to where I want to talk about it. I really don't want to roast Shadow. I just want to talk about where I disagree. Because honestly, Shadow has some good strengths, but you'll see. Okay, and then let me do this real quick. There we go. Everything should be set up. I'll move my cursor out of the way until I need it. Anyways, actually, let me do something from overhead. Because I want to talk about one of the strengths of tents, or of tent just as a whole, that isn't really abused. So the obvious thing with tent is, okay, you launch your shield and you have a shield that goes about this distance. I actually think this is short, but whatever. Like, this is roughly the distance shield goes. It interacts weird on ramps, but we're not going to worry about that to keep it simple. This is the obvious part of tent, and this is what everyone talks about. Because, you know, you can just kind of take this entire area for free. Wow, that was not a clean line. Whatever. But the other thing that you need to talk about with tent is it's very good at playing preventative. So, like, if you have tent standing here, right? You can start, like, sending shields, like, up here, for example. And this is really good at preventing them from going right side. Like, here, I'm gonna change my color to blue. Like, the enemy team cannot safely go this way. Hold up. I mean, we can, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about tent. Sorry, Mystic, if you want that, you're gonna want to go to a different stream. I'm here to talk about tent, and then I'll sprinkle in some team stuff with it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not really here to bash. Besides the point, if the enemy team wants to go in here, they have to deal with tent. And the issue with this is this entire area that I'm highlighting over here is heavily, heavily contested by tent. So the only outcome that you actually have is going this way. Because if you try to go this way, you're just gonna die. Like, going this way just does not work, because you have tent here and it's playing very preventative. Also, hi, Elmojo. The reason I bring that up is one of the biggest things that I see in Shadow's gameplay is they almost exclusively play preventative. I'm not sure if it's in this set or if it's on their stream, which y'all might have to stick with me through some tech issues as we shift some stuff over for their stream if I'm not satisfied in talking about enough tent stuff. But they just kind of stood here and launched shields out like this. And they didn't move, which didn't help at all. Anyways, now we can look at tent stuff. I'm gonna let opening stuff be. Like, opening is what it is. I do want to bring up again. If anyone watching this has watched my old review, I talked about how 96 and tent are kind of the core of this comp, and you don't want them together. Like, you don't want them together, period, just because you have your HP wall over here, and you have your other HP wall over here, and both of them start stepping on each other's toes. Because 96 is very good at being stationary, tent is very good at moving forward. Also, this is just a check since there are people in stream right now. How is my voice? Because I'm sick, so I can't. So I don't want to turn up my volume too much and just deafen someone. That is the last thing that I want to do. Okay, great. Hopefully, if I'm coughing and sneezing, it's not going to be that bad. Yeah, there's not much I can do about it. I'm sick. I'm trying to not force it too much and just because I just want to get the review out before replay codes expire. Because I like being able to bounce around perspectives. So here we are. Wait, yeah, I do want to talk about some stuff with shields like this. On paper, this sounds good. Like, you have a way to approach up to here. Like, you can go all the way behind. There's a lot of stuff you can set up with it. The issue I have with it is this shield is gonna realistically break by the time it reaches here. Like, it's not even gonna get past the mid before it breaks. You can say that's not an issue. I kind of agree and disagree. The other issue is tent from here actually can't do much to help the fight. Like, tent has to get to here before it can even start hitting tent. Or not tent. Yes, before tent can hit tent. No, before it can hit pen. Hold on, let me see one thing. Yeah. But, like, from what I'm gathering in this perspective, there's a 50-50 chance someone is, like, up here. You have the pen over here, and I'd gamble a good bit on, like, 2 people being somewhere in this general area behind the wall. Like, using a shield like this on paper sounds good, but the issue with this shield is it's very preventative. You're gonna hear me say that word a lot. Because what it does is it kind of makes this line in mid. So, like, here, let me shift to overhead real quick. So, like, with shielding through to here, let me shift to blue real quick. So this is going to be the rough shield that's going to happen because it should break. Realistically, it should be breaking around here-ish. If the enemy team focuses it, if they don't, it's going to get to here. We don't need to worry about that. Hold up, okay. But you're going to have a rough thing like this. So this is roughly what Ten's wanting to do. So this is really good and really bad in a few different ways. First, starting with the good, this entire basically right side is shut off. Like, the only person who actually kind of gets past it in this case is the Daffles because they booked it early. But, like, realistically, you're just gonna get shot. Or at least that's what I'd hope to see. And then the other thing is you have both of your wall weapons, so it's really gonna shut down this area. However, I do want to talk about it. Again, the issue is it's so preventative and all of the wall weapons are in one HP, or all the HP weapons are in one spot. So what this actively encourages is it encourages the enemy team to go around like this, which on paper sounds fine. Like you're gonna funnel them into like this rough area, you can work with it. Um, like you have some stuff that you can work with. Don't get me wrong, especially because it's gonna be narrow and Basil is kind of watching this side. The thing is, here, let me delete that. The issue that I run into here is you can just send everything at your pen. And don't get me wrong, I know pen is a massive threat to engage, but if you force pen to look away, this is brutal. Because, like, literally, you just say, okay, we're just going to drop you with our pen, we're just going to use the range, we're going to use Swig's range, and we're just going to bucket here in the background being a massive threat going with it. Not to mention, if you want to be rude to the pen in particular, you have double torp. Like, these two have torp. So realistically, what can happen is you double torp the pen, and if everyone bullets it's only getting one kill. So like literally best case scenario, if this is played perfectly, the pen can only kill one of them, and has to duck back. I'm gonna be generous and say like let's say we trade pen for apples. Pen might be out of the fight, pen might be dead. I don't know, don't care. Um, the issue that we run into, I'm gonna clear this real quick. Like in this setting, we have pen and apples who just traded for each other. The issue is you have two people coming from here now. So like all of this wonderful area over here that's being held doesn't matter. Like there's zero reason for I am so bad at remembering team names right now. Yeah, being sick kind of does that to me, huh? But there's zero reason for the other team to even entertain this idea with the shield. Like, cool, I see your shield. It literally is just a glowing sign of I'm just going to ignore you. And this isn't me saying that going right side to E is bad. I actually like going right side. The big issue I have with going right is they take a line like this. Yes, I know they do this instead. It's not that exaggerated. But they go here, curve, and only then go straight. Which again overlaps with 96. I really would advise them to look over their openings if I was their coach. But fortunately for them, I am not, so we're chill on that front. But there's, like, all of this force is synced up, and if you want to go this way, what you want to do as tent is go here, and shield down here. And I'm not gonna lie, this does increase the risk by a good bit. Because if you've someone, like, if someone on the enemy team stands here with a bomb, you can get bombed. I'm not gonna deny that. Um, However, the reason this works is you get to patrol both sides. And what this does is this can free up, like, because this sets up a really interesting box. So, like, here, let me use pink real quick. I'm just gonna use pink as the area of control. So if Tent gets here, and shields, which mind you, this is totally safe, like, to get shield up. It really only starts getting dangerous around here-ish. But Tent controls this entire area. You have Pen who controls, like, here to here to here. And then you have 96 who's a wall here, whose range is, I want to say, here to here? So, like, having your tent go just slightly further up to here, and then shield. This does a lot more because it's not overlapping with what any of the teammates want to do. And the other thing that's really beneficial is, in this case, we have Omega who's going on a flank. If Omega dies and Shadow's going for, like, over here, let me change my color to blue. But if Shadow gets to here, because they just go here, they shield, they follow shield, cool. They're going to be in a spot to kill anyone that wants to run this corner. Like Omega goes here, dies. Like I'm gonna let this play out a touch. Um, yeah, this is like a really good pass frame. So if Shadow booked you right side and pushed for this, they can roughly get to here if they really, really book it. This is also including some stuff like Gambit in my speed calculation, so it's probably a touch off, but eh. But Tent's here, and now there's two people over here. So because Tent can get over to here and influence a lot more, it's a lot more helpful. Like, it's not overlapping with anything. Okay, give me 1 second to check something. Okay. But I just want to check. Cool. And then we go back to... Sorry, I'm needing to do something a little finicky to check chat. So if I'm forgetting to check chat, oops. I promise it's on the brain. But like, yeah, because I want to talk about here. Like, with that entire thing that I just talked about, if y'all notice, if they can get this line, it helps a lot more than what they actually do. I also just want to talk about some stuff with, like, mines and stuff. I get the idea, like, you place mine here, this sets, like, this makes your life nice and easy. All the things, I just disagree with using a mine here. Like, right now you are, I'm gonna just round up. Like, I'm gonna round, no, I guess I'm gonna round down to 10 seconds. Like, you're 10 seconds into the game and you have one teammate down already. This is not where you want to burn half your tank. Because, like, this is rough math. I don't know Shadow's exact build, because I just don't know. We run very different builds. I'd estimate it's probably about 37% of their tank to launch shield. And mine is not cheap either. I don't remember exactly how much mine is, but it's not cheap. So, like, what happens is they go here, and, like, if you check their tank, like, I'm gonna probably fail to pause on this at the right frame. But they show their tank for a second. Yeah. So like this is after first shot. Like they literally sacked basically their entire tank. Like look at how low that is. And again, I'm not saying that mine in and of itself is bad. I disagree with it slightly because I would have had mine probably further back. But that's just personal taste. It's just you're one down and you're trying to play a very open position. Because like you're sacking half your tank and you have no idea what's going on in this area. Like this entire area is just unknown. And because that's unknown, it's really dangerous to take that risk. Hmm. Yeah, I do believe Shadowind is like a pretty typical, like, I want to say it's come back you are. Yeah, it's come back you are. They just haven't died, and I don't know what their like what any of their smaller subs are. Because stuff like ISM and stuff does change a lot in a small amount. But yeah, like they placed this mine, and if you notice, they're just kind of stuck having to wait and react. Like this is where I run into my biggest issue with how Shadow plays. It feels very, very reactive to me, which is fine. But you play Tent, and Tent has a really good ability to just flip the game on its head and to make the enemy team just terrified. I'm backing up too much, oops. Because like I want to talk about here, because I think they overreact here a touch. Excuse me. Because they're here, and then they full evacuate out this way. Which on paper is fine. Like, you're gonna stand here. I did not mean to do that. Oops. Like, you're just gonna stand here. It'll be fine. You show it up this way. All the things. The issue I have with this play, though, is it invites the enemy team in. So, like, here, let me go back to overhead real quick and talk about the play. Because, like, Shadow's on right now, which is crazy because they aren't locked to their wall, but oh well. But, like, right here. Wow, I'm a little neatly. Oh well. They back up to here. So what this really invites is it invites the enemy team to come in. Um, so something you want to be really careful of with tent. So this is roughly the width of a tent shield. Holy. I wish I could do this, like, later, but not with replay codes vanishing tomorrow, I believe. Um, so tent goes here, and this just invites people in. This is the width of tent shield. The enemy team wants to go through here. And, like, pretty much everyone is in line to actually just shred the shield frame one. And the reason why I'm bringing up that tent shield is narrow is it invites all of this pressure in, and there's no escape. So, like, if you shield out this way, there's really only this much area you can back off to. Yes, you can drop down here. This gets iffy. The reason it gets iffy is you're taken out of the fight, so sometimes it just doesn't matter, and you don't need to engage it in the first place. I'm not going to comment on that. Wait, is the bucket? Okay, for a second I thought the bucket was invisible. Yeah. um, but like what I would have liked to see Shadow do is go here. And yes, obviously I know it sounds like I'm hyping up this position because it's really good, which one I do think it is really good, but in this case it's because this buys time. Like going here does a few things. First is you have a very like it's actually okay. I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be weird. Look, if you go this way, it's not that bad to live. Because as long as you don't get absolutely surrounded, like you go here, you step in front of your shield here and you book it this way. And this gives you a really easy way to live. The other thing you can do, like there's a lot of ways out of it from here. Because like if you shield here, you can go up to top mid. You can also bail out this way if you need to. You can bail this way as I was saying. And again, if you need, you can go down here. I'm not talking about down there because that gets messy. Like this gives you 3 ways to back up, and all of them are running. Like you can swim and move quickly. Which this is just great because it keeps you alive. Like I have to give credit, Shadow has some really good Zukas. If Shadow can get over like here, for example, and threaten a Zuka, the enemy team has to respect it. Okay, let me clear that. The other thing of saying here is it just buys time for respawns. Like Omega just respawned. And if they can, like if Shadow can get to here, like Shadow just gets here, they stall here. But what this does is it lets Omega choose basically wherever they want to go. And like none of these are a bad option. Because it's not like you're expecting a ton of force to come this way. So you either want to go help your pen or just leave your pen to die. Like that's not the expectation. Because like with this in mind, I really don't think flanking is a good idea. Again, my taste, I have my own approach to the game. But like, let me go back to their perspective here. Because I want to talk about how backing off just invited them to come in. Because they back off to here and shield, right? But if you notice, they're just going to come up. Like, the enemy team has to get this area. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. They have to get this area. And backing off just encourages them to take it. If you go here... Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Oops. Let me go back to overhead real quick. Hold on, what time is it? Yeah, we'll see if I can live for now. If I just randomly vanish, I'm grabbing a miss next, so... but if Shadow goes here, right? Shadow goes here, this obviously draws attention, but they actually can influence zone. And this matters a lot because this isn't something you can just ignore. Like, Shadow goes here. Like, let's say Shadow goes here, and all they want to do is cap. Because capping on the stage actually is such a pain in the ass to deal with. Shadow goes here, they paint, like, this area, cool. Shield paints up to here, cool. On paper, this doesn't seem like a lot, but you have a pen who has this sightline. And what, you have, like, 1, 2, yeah, like, in 3 or 4 shots, you basically cap the entirety of zone. And it's really light. For how much you can benefit from it, it's really light for the investment you need for it. Okay. Let me go back to Omega's point of view. Or not Omega. Yes, Omega, no, Shadows. Like, if you noticed, the swig just has to go in. because going in is just the correct play here. Like, they need the space anyways. And this gets really messy, just because Shadow is now in, like, honestly the worst spot for a tent. On paper, this is one of the best spots for a tent. I just dislike it because it's open from both sidelines. That intent just feels useless here. This is good. I will say my gripe. I wish they went over here. Because I'm almost 100% certain they had the momentum for it. Like, back to overhead, since I'm going to be swapping between them. But, like, I wish Shadow went up to here and shielded this way. And I know for some people, if they're watching this after, it's just going to be, oh yeah, this is just because you're, like, that weird Termodive player. Or whatever people are referring to the style as. No, it's not even that. The main reason I want Shadow to go this way is shielding here opens up the ability to obviously get on the plat, which is important. But this just helps trap the enemy team. Excuse me. Like, the enemy team can literally only be in that general area. So Shadow goes here, they shield. Let me shift to yellow. Like, I'm just gonna make a box of basically where the enemy team can be. This is where they can be safely. So like in going this way, okay, I guess there's some area over here. I just didn't highlight it because like it's easier to not, but I'll do it just to make my life easier. Excuse me. But like it makes it super easy to know where the enemy team is. So like what that does is it allows Moonlight to just get funneled into them. Like the more proactive Tent is, the easier it is for the rest of their team because everything's going to be funneled in one direction. And it's either going to be at the tent or at its teammates. The reason I disagree with what they do is they have to this. It's just their pacing. Because they take a while to do it. So what happens is we can go all the way back over here. I think Swig jumped. Like if you go earlier, you can chase Pen up to here. This SD is now just a joke because you just walk up quicker and you just shoot the Pen. And like in this case, they're just in the spot where they actually can't do a ton. Like obviously, yes, the shotgun itself is very, very potent. Why did my music kill itself? What? Give me 2 seconds. I want to fix that. I want my music. There we go. Hold up. I see something in chat. Okay. Thanks for hopping in, Delta. Sleep well. But yeah, like, Tent can, on paper, go up to here and just use a shotgun to hold this side. There just really isn't a good way around this. Like, I actually don't blame them for playing this how they do. I do actually blame them for how they played this scenario, though. Oh no, I'm remembering it from that. Wait, no, I still blame them here. Okay. So I want to go to overhead and just talk about why I disagree with some of it. Because they do what I want them to. Like, they literally just go up to here. And if you remember, I was saying, like, this is what Shadow does a lot. This is really good because it funnels them right side. And, like, if Shadow's up here, it's a lot more proactive, and they literally only have 2 ways out. Or they have to hard hammer the tent. I like this play a lot until I don't. So, Shadow goes up, and then they go back. So, like, I'm gonna wait a second. And I want to talk about, like, going up is the part that I agree with in full. It's this part I hard disagree with. Because what they do in this case is they drop off. This has a few consequences. One, Omega's following up behind them. I'd have to watch the VOD to hear what their calls are. Like, if that was called, that's flat out just easy. You are a bad teammate. But Omega's can come in like a few seconds, which is just really helpful because you just don't need to leave the area. Like, if you can get 2 people up here, this is such a stronghold. The other reason I disagree is there's no threats here. Like, obviously I know there's someone up here, and they see Pen up here, but neither of these are really big threats. Like, Shadow can just keep going in through here, and as long as they keep an eye on Bucket and they don't get overzealous to fight, they can just stay alive. Like, there's zero reason for them to actually die here if they full commit in. The only reason that I can think for why they backed off is they want to back off and pop Zuka, considering they have it. Um, Even with that in mind, I disagree with it. Like, again, personal taste, all of that stuff. But I really would have preferred to see like Shadow get over to here. You can shield here. The reason this is valuable is it scares them off of going here, and then you can Zuka up here, which becomes a lot more threatening. It also opens up some plays like covering someone to like covering Omega to do this because you're just gonna have Zuka shots coming in fairly quick. But again, personal taste. But I disagree with them dropping because just what happens is Omega can't get in by themselves, and they have to burn a bubble. Like this is hold up, let me make an actually good outline of that bubble because it can be kind of hard to see it. Like this is the bubble that's being worked with now, which is great. It is what it is. The issue with this is like there's zero reason for the enemy team to not just hard focus this. I'm sorry. Like this is such a valuable area to retake. Because you have a general idea that someone's going to be in this area watching for you. And because both of their HP wall weapons are missing, and they have their kind of pseudo HP weapon, up alone, just shred it. Like there's literally zero reason to not insta shred that. Sorry, I'm wanting to check something. Okay. We're calling that. Like the issue that just happens is this, like this just becomes such a huge focus for where they should retake from. Like I don't even remember what happened, but I'm fairly sure what the enemy team is just going to do is they're just going to strike the bubble. This is offline now, and now you strike like back here, and suddenly this is really dangerous because the only area the enemy team can like safely go to is over here, or like further back here. Like here, let me shift up. Let me shift to yellow for where they can't stand. Like this entire bubble gets nuked by a strike. Like roughly get back here and back here gets nuked by a strike. And I believe that's the edge of its range. And on paper, this strike doesn't do much, like it's in a capping zone or anything. Back to pink we go. But like, you can only stand. Oh wow, that's really hard to see. Okay, give me black. Like the enemy team can either, or not enemy, but in this case, like can only back up to here, or they can go over here. And this really simplifies things for when you're needing to watch it. Because like literally what you do is you have Dapples just hard commit over here. And you can have Pen support it. And you have Bucket, like you have your Swig and Bucket go over here. And this is super, super dangerous. Because this entire area just gets nuked by Swig Chip. Like Swig and Bucket going here literally turns this into a no man's land. And that Apple's hard committing over here just makes this super dangerous. Because you might just melt in like 5 frames. Like, this bubble on paper sounds great, but it really invites so many more issues than it solves. I'm shocked. Wait, why do they not? Huh? Okay, okay, it's hilarious because they do what I say. They just do it so late that it doesn't benefit them. But yeah, like here's Omega dropping. Or not Omega. I'm going to mix those two up so much. Because those are like the only two members I talk about. Like Shadow in this case drops. And like they go back in Zuka, which I get the idea. I really do just wish they were like up here somewhere. Because if they're up there, they can do a lot more. The issue is again, like this Zuka, on paper this sounds great because what this does is it makes the enemy team afraid of striking and pushing like this general area. Ignore me making just circles and doodles, it's just fun. Like kind of dissuades them from going here. But the thing with specials that I like to talk about and how I like to get people to think about it, when you're playing this game, you're putting out a certain amount of force on a push. Like you're pushing on a wall, and the enemy team is pushing back. If your push is successful, you're going to push further. If it's not, you're going to get pushed back. Obviously, this is really easy stuff. The reason I bring it up, though, is because of what specials do. What specials do are you basically amp up your force for a while. So it's like instead of just pushing, you're getting a running start and then just slamming into it. That's what a special does. The thing is, though, if the enemy team can withstand it because they like amp up their own force and they start putting more force out, as soon as your special is over, you're gonna get ran over. Because like the enemy team is used to you putting out whatever force. Like I'm just gonna throw out a random number. Like let's say your base force is 5, and your specials amp it up to 10. If they amp up their defense to 10 and their own force up to 10, as soon as your special stops, their force is now 10 to 5. So you just get ran over. And that's why I feel mixed about the Suka. Because that's what this does. Like this buys time over here. Like if the goal is to set up your Kraken somewhere on like plat over here, like if the goal is to set Kraken up over here on a plat somewhere, I actually kind of like it. Like you set your pen up on stack, you set your or not stack, you set them up on top mid, you get your Kraken onto stack. Or not stack onto plat. And you're fine. It's just this gets really messy. Because like now these strikes come out. And if you notice, the enemy team actually doesn't have to engage here. Like they just kind of invite the enemy team to come in by shielding so far back. Like something that I like to talk about when I do review with tents is like where you shield and the impacts it has. Which yes, this is obvious. I don't disagree with them backing up, period. The thing is they start shield here and they need to be starting shield here. And I'm gonna leave those lines up. Actually, okay, this is better. But they started shield here, and they really should be like where they are now. And on paper, this doesn't sound like that much of a difference. Like, oh, it's only like a quarter of a second. The reason this matters, though, is a shield being here. Like, if Shadow's here just a touch earlier, this Dapples is in range to get one shot. And this Swig actually isn't safe. Like, I'm not going to say the Swigs are going to get one shot. They obviously can be because Tent RNG is just broken sometimes. Because this weapon has no fall-offs because the devs thought it would be funny or something. But like the issue is they let the enemy team get in. Because instead of the apples rolling, you just shoot them for free when you're like because you're up here now. Shadow's only now getting in a range when like almost at the end of their roll. The other big issue I have is like Omega is so far up here. Omega needs help. Because effectively what Omega is doing is Omega is skirmishing, so the entirety of plat is not safe for the enemy team. And if anyone plays off of this, this play becomes huge. But like if you notice what happens is this entire area is held, but that's more so because the enemy team gave it to Shadow. I don't think this is because Shadow made it happen. Like here's another moment. They go like this is something I see Shadow do a lot. They'll go up, go back, and then go up. And the issue with that is, again, same analogy. If you're putting like 10 pounds of force onto something, and then you amp it up to like 15, the other side has to put 15 pounds of force back. What they're doing is they're going forward, applying 15 pounds of force, pushing back, or falling back and applying like 5 pounds of force because you're literally going away. If you're standing, that's your base. You're moving back, and then they're trying to go back forward to apply 15 pounds of force. The issue is the enemy team wants to move you out of the way. So instead of encountering the 15 that you're expecting, you're now encountering like 30. Like that's why that SD gets popped, is because they went forward and then backwards. This is fine. Like again, this is good, but I want to point out they go up and then they go back, and then they're probably gonna go up once Omega dies. Okay, they don't quite go up. Like they kind of just go up and then they'll go back, wait here for a while, then go up and then go back and then wait a while, then go up. They might go up to here and then they'll fall back and go to here. They might go up, they'll go over here and then they'll fall back to here. Like the biggest issue is they just kind of keep returning to this area. Which I know that doesn't sound like an issue, it's just there's nothing stopping the enemy team from saying, we're just going to hammer this side. Because if they full commit to it fast enough, it doesn't matter what happens. Hell, if you want to talk about something that can be done easily with strikes, like you strike this area, and suddenly like there's a massive disconnect. Like here, let me shift to overhead real quick to explain what I'm talking about. Because a lot of the strikes I actually don't agree with, but I have a whole rant about strikes. Like let's say the enemy team strikes here, right? This is roughly the radius of a strike. Suddenly there's now this massive divide in mid. So like if the enemy team really wants to take advantage of some stuff with speed, and the fact that Tense is just actually in a terrible spot, like it's not forcing anything, they just strike here and then they just run everything over here. Like if you really want to just force an in, you strike here for example. Like you strike here, and then you probably strike over here. That's the reason I say over here is because this is where a lot of people like to wall. Like walling over here is safe. And then you kind of have an extra strike to do whatever with. If you want to simplify it, you could probably strike over here. That's a terrible circle. All of these are, to be fair, but that one was especially bad. But like if you do strikes like this, what this does is it literally just says, okay, this entire side of the map is just unimportant now. Because they just can't get back in time. Like the quickest way they can get back is going through here or jumping. If they're jumping, they can just kind of die. And I'm not going to talk on jumping because I'm not going to act like I'm qualified to talk on it. That's not something in my skill set. I'm not going to lie about it. But at the very least, like, this is the easiest way back that they have. And this is gonna take 3-4 seconds. And, like, that really matters because if the enemy team just says, okay, we're just gonna commit everything over here, what happens is they literally take away the wall from the 96. So they can't do much with it. And Pen's gonna be out of the fight for a bit. So what they have to do is they have to rely on this Kraken here. And you can say, oh yeah, well, Kraken's totally fine. Kraken's invincible. Kraken gives you all of the things. Yes, here's the issue though. All of the force that was going over here now needs to pivot because of that Kraken. And they're gonna pivot over here. Like Omega going up here is really important because it stops them from going in early. Like being able to stop this early is huge. The issue is Shadow for playing honestly the strongest HP weapon in the game. I guess H3D can probably fight for it. But H3 be really good to contend for that title. Like Shadow standing here does not fundamentally change how the enemy team has to play. If Shadow was like here, for example, and they were trying to shield, and I'm not saying they should, but this is explaining some of how I think about the game and why I think about it this way. If you're standing here, suddenly striking over here doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter, and you have to fight first. Like, you just don't get the choice. You are literally forced to fight or die. And some people take the fight, some people don't. It really doesn't matter for that. Just is what it is on that front. But yeah, like, if you notice, what ends up happening is just like, it really just doesn't matter because the right side gets collapsed because they're so far back. Excuse me. Okay, let me go back to Shadow's perspective. But yeah, like, they just kind of go back to here and they're not doing much of anything. Also, I want to talk about something with Tent, because a lot of Tent players complain about getting shot through their shield and they don't know why. And they blame the weapon instead of their actions. I want to talk about something really funny with Tent. Do you see how they jumped? This is why they die. Like, literally, if they stay stay grounded, they live. This is a habit I'm trying to kick because that kind of almost rewards jumping. Because fall off doesn't matter. And as long as you can be like half inch closer, it doesn't matter that you're jumping. You're not losing anything. Because your RNG is kind of set. The issue with jumping is it exposes your little V. Why did my circle? Why did my pen get so much smaller? What? Okay. Like it exposes your feet. This is really dangerous because anyone who's shooting at you can just shoot here and hit you. Like what ends up happening, especially because the tent shield curves in, mind you. Like shield curve is in like this, which can be really beneficial and really harmful. It's really harmful in moments like this because if you're shooting straight, here, let me draw a better line of the curve because I want to point out. So this is roughly 10. Do you see how those feet are totally exposed? If you're shooting at someone like you're trying to kill them, like you're shooting center body, you're just gonna get hit. Your hitbox is in view. Your hitbox is exposed. The reason that matters is if you notice their HP, it suddenly drops. Because what ends up happening is... So they shield here, great. The issue is they were in the air, and Torp explodes right here on the touch of shield. And they die to the pellet. I do want to bring up, yes, there's like the easier way to deal with it is instead of having Shadow be back here, you have Shadow up here. This does a lot more things, but I'm kind of tired of beating that dead horse. Like the only reason they die there is because they jumped. And I like throwing that out there because a lot of tents don't know that jumping is what gets you killed a lot of the time. This is fine. I just wanted to talk about the issue. Oh, thank you, a battery alert. Whatever. I want to talk about my big issue that they do here. They launch shield, great. And then they just don't commit. Like, they commit for top mid. Which, I just don't understand the idea. Hold up, that's a massive message. Oh no. Hold up, give me a second to read. Yeah. Jumping leads to a lot of deaths in multiple different ways. Like, I'm just gonna pull this up because some people who play tent don't realize it. The funny little thing that people are like, oh yeah, you'd never use the Pythagorean theorem in the real life. You do. And it's important to tent because we're gonna talk about what happens when you jump. So let's say that there's an enemy here who I want to kill. Great. There's two ways that you can actually hit them. One is on the ground, one is in the air. And if you remember, this line is longer than this line. And on paper, that doesn't matter. In execution, this matters a lot for tent. Because with tents, actually here, let me do this. Because I really want to just talk about it because it's important and a lot of people don't talk about it. Because I asked some people to review my tent gameplay, and they just didn't bring up jumping at all. Okay, what time is it? I want to make sure that I'm not going to get potentially sniped by everything changing. Okay. So this is where tent can start comfortably one-shotting. And this is consistent. When you jump at this range, it's not as consistent. Like, yes, it can still be very consistent, because it's still a line. But when you get to here, it starts getting really inconsistent. Compared to here, what's the average is like 70 damage a shot. Yeah. Like, this is 85, this is 85. I think if I aim a touch higher, it can one-shot. But, like, this is hefty damage. Compared to when you jump, your RNG has more time to spread out. Because if you can see the cursor, or the crosshair, it spreads out because it's a shotgun. That makes sense. But a lot of people just don't talk about it. Anyways, I'm going back to this before I get booted. Before I potentially get booted from being able to look at these replay codes. Because I'm not sure if replay codes expire today or tomorrow. Okay, and then we're going to go back to 320. But like the issue that I run into with Omega's play. Hold up 1 second. Like the issue I run into here is if they go left side, they can actually do a lot to help. Oh wait, right. I forget it's after patch. I don't know. I'm so used to seasons. Um, like I'm so used to it was just, oh yeah, every season there's a new big patch. So it's kind of just ingrained in habit because it was that way for 2 years. Thank you, Mojo. I'm kind of being stupid. Chris Rainfog. Again, I hate being sick, but oh well. I'll just need to remember for the future. Like in this case, for as dangerous as it is, if Shadow goes this way, this is actually really helpful because it takes someone out of play over here, and it makes sure Pen can't do anything. So like what this literally lets happen is they effectively trade, like they kind of trade themselves and their shield to make it a 2v2. And this just matters a lot because you have paint. Like literally, I almost want to say the win condition is, can you kill the apples and can you cap the zone? If they can do both of those things, they literally just win the game. Because I don't think they can cap in time. Like Omega go or not, yes, Omega. God, I'm really mixing those two up. Like Shadow goes for top mid, which does nothing. Like they get some time to assess and look at things, but it doesn't do anything to the game state, and they kind of die for it, and rightfully so. Like going up there is kind of a stupid decision. I'm sorry, because it just doesn't influence the game. Okay, this one I actually agree with. It honestly I don't have a massive issue here. I kind of just wish they were holding forward a touch. And I don't mean hold forward as in, oh yeah, you should be playing it like max speed possible. No. That is not what this team wants to do. But like here, because Shadow backs up. If Shadow goes here and forward, this is a lot more threatening. Excuse me. Like if they go here and forward, the Dapple has to respect this. Like, because literally best case for this Dapple, they trade. Like this is literally where 10 thrives. So Dapple just basically has to get out. The issue is Shadow backs up to here, and the enemy team can push up to here. Hold up. Okay. But yeah. Because like what kind of ends up happening is Shadow gets stuck here for a while. Why is my pen being weird? Okay. Sure. What am I hearing? That's the fan downstairs. Okay. That makes sense. Like the issue is you want to push over here basically as fast as you can to force this out. Like the faster you can get here, the easier it is to retake. And that's just really helpful because if you can get Tent here quick, Tent literally checks the entirety of this wall, like the entirety of just being up to here, just by the fact that it's all one shot. So like Tent can stand here and you start boxing the enemy team in. So like here, let me back up and go to overhead. And let me clear that. Okay. So like so I'm gonna use this real quick. So this is what Shadow did. This is what I want Shadow to do. And then this is what Shadow like fully committed to. What's really helpful if you can get Tent to here. Like you get Tent to here and you have shield go out this way, right? They literally do not have a way to quickly shred shield. Like unless they want to commit a special, they do not have a way to quickly shred. And with Tent standing here, you just can't approach this area. Like this is just the realm of getting one shot. And this is important because again, you box in the enemy team. Like you box them into zone. So all you have to worry about is this little bit down here, and then just like the entirety of zone. And given that you're going to focus zone anyways, if you can force them to be in one spot where you can super easily deal with them, why not do it? I think it just makes your life easier now. Hold on, let me check something. Cool. I'm gonna go back to this. But yeah, like, and same thing here. Like, if Shadow goes all the way in, it just buys space. And like, they do this here. My issue is they can do this earlier and still be safe. Uh, Also, I'm just gonna quickly comment on the Zuka. Fucking don't do this, please. Like, this is so easy to check with your main weapon. Because literally all that you do is instead of popping Zuka here, you just shoot. Like, if you shoot, you've cleared this entire line. And then you have Zuka for your bigger target areas. The issue that I run into with Zuking here as well, you take yourself away from your main weapon. On paper, that doesn't matter because Zuka and Ten are, both one-shots. They both can hit at a decent range. Zuka can obviously hit further. It's just the speed. Like, Tent can paint, Tent can one paint for itself, which gives it a way to be faster in a pinch. But two, I'm also fairly sure Tent can. Okay, no, Zuka's faster, but like, Zuka slows yourself down a bit, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but like, the issue I just run into is you can't move. Like, you're stuck with the paint that you have. Like, if you're popping a Zuka like this, you basically have to run all three of your shots. And the issue I run into is save your shots for these two things. Because if you can save your shots for these two things, and once we know where they are for sure, these two go down. These two can't cap zone. Like, fucking apples are not made to cap zones. The issue is they pop Zuka there, in now the right side, which they could check if they had their main weapon, by the way. Because they could just do that and go with shield, which you should go with shield here anyways. But like, now they're stuck in Zuka, and they can't fight because they can't paint. And like, yes, they trade out, but like, realize they went forward, Zuka here, and now they're back to here again. Like, nothing of value was accomplished. And you can't even say, oh yeah, well, you're at an advantage. You traded your main fighting weapon for the Swig. And I'm not saying Swig can't fight. Like, trading Swig is a good deal. Like, considering their comp is kind of built on this trio and then this thing just being a menace, I'm not saying it's a bad trade. It's just, you're relying on your retake here. Like, this is your retake. You don't want to take these risks. Like, you can literally fix all of this by just not popping your Zuka and going with your shield earlier. Because, like, if you notice, like, Omega just actually has zero influence on the game. And, like, here, again, they're going over here and they have zero influence on the game. Because, like, here, let me go to overhead real quick. Because I want to talk about it. So what happens is, they're going over here. You have Nolan who goes over here. Where does Basil go? Okay, so Basil backs off. Basil backing off honestly makes sense. Basil can help paint the zone. The issue is Shadow goes for basically this line. And like going for this line, this takes, I want to say this is like 3 full seconds. Like this is 3 or 4 seconds, which mind you, look at the scores. Like these scores are way too close to do a play that takes 3 to 4 seconds to develop, at least on this stage. Like capping zone on this stage is miserable. You do not want to be capping slow, because if you're capping slow, you're just going to lose so many more points. And there's just no reason for it. Like here, like I want to point out from overhead, Shadow goes over here. I get the idea, like Shadow's safe here, but again, look at the scores. And I'm not saying their comp doesn't have the tools to paint. Their comp does in fact have the tools to paint. The biggest issue that I run into is like you're probably gonna lose lead, and you have to have like a perfect hold after. Like you can solve all of this by just going here. Like Shadow just goes here and they shield like this, which mind you, this is what they wanted to do on the opening, and I agree with the play, especially because 96 is over here now. Like the 96 and 10 are not stepping on each other's toes. Um, but like Shadow goes here, they shield here, cool. You have Basil, like Basil just swings around over here, they paint over here, great. You have Omega who goes here, they can help paint over here a little bit, they can paint over here a little bit. And Kraken can literally just make the enemy team cry. Like, there's so many plays that you can make happen. The issue is someone has to cover this side. And who's in the perfect spot to cover this side? On paper, Shadow. Who puts themselves out of position to cover this side? Again, Shadow. And like, Shadow does it, but Shadow does it after 5 ticks have expired. If they did this, like, immediately, they can help stop the cap. Like, because I think it's around, like, let's see. Okay. So they go here. Okay, so I'm gonna just mark this at 40. So they start... Okay. So they actually start painting the square after 5 seconds. Like, they waited 5 seconds to start painting the square when this is what objective looks like. And you can say what you want about, like, being safe, but there was 0 threat. If there's a threat, cool. You're gonna die to the pen? Honestly, I would take dying to the pen 10, like, all 7 days of the week if we can cap zone. Like, I'd so much rather just have a lead than need to worry about dying. And again, that's my own views. I do not care about dying in the slightest, but... Oh, wait, hold up. There's a small paragraph. Yeah, you could have done that. Like, there's a few ways that you could check on the right side, but, like, in this case, my main thing is, like, I get that you want to check. You do not have time to check. Like, you just need a full commit. And again, like, the issue I have with Shadow, they back off of the shield. Why does my cursor keep getting like smaller each time I check chat? What? Whatever. But, like, I want to shift over to overhead. Because, like, this is the biggest issue I have with Shadow. Because I want to say something. I actually respect Shadow's mechanics. Um, like, I genuinely respect Shadow's mechanics. They have very good long-range mechanics, which is an entire skill, especially with Tent. The issue is they play so reactive, they don't get to use their mechanics. Because they're shielding here, and I want to point out, if they push up to here, the enemy team is screwed. Like, the enemy team literally only has 2 options. Back off, or back off. Okay, I guess I should clarify. They technically have 4 options. They can all jump out, they can all take the fight, or they can all back off to their plat or drop into useless. Like, it's up to them and what they want to do, but really the only 2 good plays are to back off. Like, to either back off or fight. And you always want to prepare for if they're going to fight, because if they fight and you don't prepare correctly, you're just going to lose. And mind you, like, I want you to look at where the shield is. You get shield here, you have someone on top mid, and you have Omega pushing over here. Tent is nowhere in this equation. Like, I literally do not know what Tent does in this position. And I've played Tent for like a year and a half now. Hell, I think it's close to 2 years now. Might be a bit more. But I've been playing Tent for a good while. I literally do not know what Tent does in this position. Like, the only thing that I could see being argued for is Shadow wants to paint. But that is literally what you want Basil to do. Like, Tent has good paint. But you know what has better paint than Tent? Decav. I think 96 on Sui has better paint. And Pen definitely has better paint. Like, the issue is Shadow goes forward and their shield gets up to here, Like, they go forward like this, and then they double all the way back to do this. Like, they don't actually accomplish anything. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, they do help Cap. They make sure they don't lose here. But, like, if Shadow was playing any of this quicker, like, Shadow plays any of this quicker and faster, or however you want to define it, they literally just do not lose, they don't lose lead, and they don't need to worry about a lot of stuff. And, like, in this case, the same thing. Shield would have gotten up to here if Shadow is looking to fight. They trap everyone here, and they're immediately fishing for second fights. What does this mean? Hold up, sorry, I'm just checking chat. What does this mean? I am. Oh wow. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this play out. Like, in this case, like, Shadow goes over here, which again is fine. I'm not saying it's a bad play in and of itself. But, like, I want to point out, Shadow went to here, cool. They back up all the way to here. Now they're sitting here, and only now are they moving here. The issue I have with it is they're taking this long, convoluted line when they can just go here. Like, there's zero reason to make this more complex. Hold on, let me fix my music real quick, because my music apparently wants to kill itself every now and then. We love YouTube music. There's literally not anything I can do about it, so, oh well. Oh, no, hold up, I'm curious what you mean, Celestial. Like, is that what I was saying, or is that what I'm reviewing? Because I'm reviewing Moonlight, and in particular Shadow, who's considered the best tent, and I just want to give insight because I do not think their tent is that good in all aspects. And I think there's areas that need to be improved. And if someone wants to say that's ego, fair. I don't care. I stand by my statement. But yeah, like, Shadow in this case can literally cut off so much and just take the straight line. Because they go here, they curve, they go here, they seat, and then they're trying to go forward. But yeah. Because look what ends up happening. Yes, all the things end up working out for them. It's so messy. And I'm gonna go back to Shadow's point of view. Because I want to talk about it with the lens of what I was talking about from overhead. Let me back up a little bit more. Like, I'm gonna let this play out for like 10 seconds. I literally do not see any influence Shadow has on the game. Like, from this point onward, the most influence they have is painting the square, which you have pen to do that. Like, okay, I guess I'm wrong. I think they don't even get the kill on that. Like, they literally have zero influence on the fight up to here. Like, yes, they are in a good spot. Like, getting up to here is threatening. Now Pen has to look at them. All the things, yes. But up to now, Shadow literally did nothing that changed the game. Hold up, what do you mean, what lead is this? Also, yet again, jumping 10. Like, I want to point out here, this is played mixed. Oh. Nothing started this. I was just doing a watch party and saw Shadow playing, and I play Tent. I wanted to comment on Tent. That's it. Because I really don't think there should be this, like, idea in the scene that, like, we can't comment on top level. Top level makes just as many mistakes as all of us. Is it on a smaller scale? Yeah, but we're human. Like, we're all human. We all make mistakes. I just wanted to approach it from my point of view, especially because I fought Shadow. And I think if I put aside a few weeks to actually focus on mechanics, I think I am just a better 10th than Shadow. And yes, I know I do not have the results, but eh. True, Mojo, we do love VOD reviewing. Also, like, I want to point out another issue that I have with Shadow's gameplay, which I see all the time. They just don't follow their shield. So, like, in this case, they play this weird, this is fine, Hold up 1 second. Fair. Yeah, feel free to just chill and stream if you're interested in tent. Probably later in the stream, I'm gonna play tent on my own and just talk about my thought process. And go over some stuff. But like, I want to talk about a few things here. One fun fact about tent: if you're shielding against a wall or into a corner, do not enter squid form. Because if you enter squid form, you can die. Not everyone knows this, but when you are in kid form, your hitbox is a lot more vertical. Which, yes, obviously, we're used to that. When you're in squid form, it's a lot more horizontal. The reason this matters is your hitbox is just large enough where if you shield into a corner, your hitbox is exposed. If you're standing and your shield's in a corner, you don't take any damage, period. Like, the only way that you can take damage is if someone bombs the other side. And that's a really hard angle to get. Like, everything's said and done, that's just a really hard angle to get. Hold up, I need to grab my charger real quick. There it is. There we go. But like I bring that up because one, they take attachment damage, but like in this case, they aren't even trying to follow their shield. And the issue with this is, if you don't follow shield here, you're asking to die. Like if Shadow goes for a shot here, but hats off to him. Credit where it's due. That's what you probably should be fishing for. But you need to be following the shield, because the second shield disappears, all the force is going to come forward. Like same thing I was talking about with force earlier. All of that force is just going to be directed into you. And because that force is being directed into you, it's going to give you issues. And this is going to get you healed. Like what you want to do with tent ideally is go here and try to step in front of your shield. Yes, this does mean you have to actually be good at tent. You have to know how to dance around shield. This is a top level player. I'm not gonna act like he can't or they. Does Shadow go by he? Does Shadow go by him? I don't know. I think so. From everything I've heard, I believe they do. But I don't know. If I say he and they go by they, oops. I just don't know, and I like in checking before stream, I didn't see anything. But like if you go in front of shield, this makes your life easier because you can go here, you can go all the way up if you need to. You can go here and bail out. Like you just get so many more options staying with your shield. And if you notice, there's a brief window where they honestly should have died. Like I think the only reason they didn't die is because the Dapples weren't expecting this. Like the Dapple just reads them wrong. Also, their Dapples are playing at max range. Like, buddy, why? Just tipped Dapple player because I played with and I've played Dapple a good bit. If Dapple is standing here because they're like, I'm just gonna full commit to killing you, Shadow doesn't live here. No offense or buts. Like they just explode. Like in this case it works. I just have a gripe because they jump out here. Which yes, I know on paper that's the best play. If you stay behind, like their shield had just regened. I do believe they actually could have stayed alive down here and shielded. And that's valuable for a few reasons. Like, here, let me back a touch. So yeah, like their shield regens here. There's a little fence over here, which you can absolutely use to stay alive long enough to get your shield out. Excuse me, holy. But like if Shadow can stay alive here, this is huge because literally everyone can direct their force in on this corner. God, I hate being sick. But I'm already committed, so here we are. But like if Shadow can stay here, they have Zuka. Like getting a Zuka off from here, literally if they can get Zuka off and trade one, it's so worth it. Like there's a few ways that you can approach this. This is probably what I would do in their shoes. Keep in mind I prefer higher risk, and I'll go over a safer way. I would have backed like off to here, stood up here, gotten shield, and then Zuked. But from here, Shadow can go up like this. Shield is just about to break. But if Shadow just does a full 180 and Zooks, this thing explodes. like this thing explodes and they can regain their bearings after. Because like what they can do is they can Zuka over to here, and this is such a dangerous sightline. And then Zuking this way is also a very dangerous sightline. Like staying here literally gives them view of all of the players. Hold up, give me 1 second. I'm seeing something in chat. I'll probably play solo queue. I do not have, because I'm sick, I do not have the mental to to do anything with friends. For as fun as it could be, I just do not have the ability for that. Hold up, let me. But yeah, like in this case, Shadow jumps, and it's like the issue that occurs from this is wait, hold up, why is there? eh, Okay, that's what that is. Like the big issue that happens is like Shadow went here and basically drew through like all of their attentions. On paper, this doesn't matter. The issue is they jumped out. And suddenly what's happening is they're redirecting force. Because you have Bucket who's coming this way, you have your Swig who's here, and you have Dapples who are already booking it at you. So like you roughly have 3 people who are here, right? Because they jumped out, suddenly all of the force is unified. And all 3 of the main fighters being unified is terrifying. Because now things just start exploding. And if you notice, that's exactly what happens. Like SD gets popped, Omega gets dropped. Shadow does well in staying alive, don't get me wrong, but they kind of gave up the ability to hold zone because they jumped. Um, this is a good shot. I honestly want to gripe about this Zuko. There's zero reason for it. Like, a lot of the Zukas that I have seen... Hold on, let me plug in my controller. That might be a good idea before it kills itself. But a lot of the shields that I've seen from... or not shields, Zooks. A lot of the Zooks I've seen from Omega... Or not... Holy... My brain is fried right now, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like a lot of Zooks from Shadow, it feels like they're trying to just have a tent shotgun at a range, instead of leaning into what Zuka is, which is this thing is a menace. Like Zuka can one shot at basically any range, just because of how far it reaches, and that's just insanely valuable because that reach just nukes anything you need it to. But they use it so much, like for up close fights. So when they're in a spot where it would really benefit them to have it for max range, they don't have it. Because, like, they pop Zuka here, but if they held a Zuka, they'd be able to actually Zook Pen out of here. And now they just don't have paint. So, like, they're only now getting up, but they're late. And again, like, same thing, they don't do anything here. Like, a lot of their actions are going forwards, backwards, forwards. Ah! It really is the curse of chat. This is crazy. Like, they'll go forwards, backwards, forward, backwards. It just feels like an endless loop. This is good. This is what I want to see from them. Like, this is perfect. Like, what they're doing here is perfect, because what this does is it redirects all the force onto Plat, and they have to deal with it. Again, same issue, they jump. Like, here, let me shift closer to where it is and go to overhead real quick. Honestly, with callouts and considering how most people call it, they should have had the information on this. Yeah. Like, I think the reason they jumped is because they knew everything was up here. Which I won't deny. It's terrifying. Like, knowing that everything wants to drop you is kind of terrifying. The issue is, same thing, all of this force is unified. Wherever this force goes is going to crumple. Like, it's going to... All I'm going to say, the aftermath is going to look worse than a car crash. Like, there's no pretty way. Like, there's no clean way to get out of it. Because other forces together. If Shadow stays here, all of the people here have to worry about the tent. Excuse me. Like, they have to worry about tents here, so they can't really safely drop. And if they do, Penny can just stand here and start shooting off. Decaf can come up through here, 96 can jump and go over, 96 can go here, set up a wall, watch for this. Look, there's so many things that can happen to keep them boxed in. But it all hinges on Tent staying there. And what happens is they launch a shield, and I think they kind of just panic, so they jump. And I want to point out, look at how combined all of the forces. Like, because Tent backed off, like Tent was standing here and basically creating a dividing line. They back off, so all the force gets directed here. Like, again, if you're putting force out, you have to expect the same amount of force to come back. Like, just using an example, like, that's a big issue that a lot of people who try to learn, like, rushdown, hyperdive, whatever you want to call it, it's a massive issue that a lot of people trying to learn the style run into, is if you aren't keeping your force consistent, you're going to lose. Because people are going to change their force to whatever you're putting out. It's also why, like, if you fight a way better team, they'll change their weapons. Because they only need to match your force. Like, they don't need to be much better than your force, they just need to be slightly better than your force. And yeah, like, what happens is all the forces are directed. And, like, again, if you notice, like, Shadow has not done anything for the game state, really. Wait, hold on, let me clear these lines. Like, let me back up to here. Because this is when they jump. So they jump and basically tell the enemy team, you can go far right. And they don't push left here. Like, if they push left here, this is a little different, because the enemy team now has to be aware that, like, what's happening is Tent's going up here and flanking. And because it's Tent, they have to deal with a one-shot. And that's a lot more pressing than people like to give it credit. Which, again, is very valuable, because they can't really just move how they want to. I'm gonna unplug my controller. But, like, what they do is they go right side. So there's no threat of that flank. And they just hard commit right side. And, like, the issue is, all the fight that's happening is on the left side over here, which they just abandoned. And you can't just walk it back into that, especially because they burned their shield. And they kind of just die for it. Again, same thing I talked about earlier. Please don't Zook here. This doesn't do anything you can't do with your main. I do like the Zuka, it just needs to be aimed over here. But again, like, they just go forward and back off, and then go forward and back off. Like, that, literally, me just doodling my line like that, just having fun, just moving things. This is literally what it looks like for how they're playing. And the issue is, they just aren't putting force out onto the game. And, like, here, if you're noticing, they have a few chances to actually force fights, to force out fights. Like, there on the, so, like, they could have just forced the fight. But, like, what ends up happening is they have to just, like, they're taking so long that they can't influence things. And, like, in this case, cool, they grab cooler. The issue, they left this alone. So they don't really know what's on this side of the wall. And you know why that's dangerous? You have this thing on the loose. And if I remember, so we kind of just should just one of them in SD. Oh no, they do worse. They literally just back off to Narnia. Don't do this, ever, please. Like, this is just terrible. Like, again, you have to look at objective first. Like, this is boring, this is, like, day one basics, but the thing that wins the game is objective. This play does not do anything to further objective, it just kind of keeps you alive. But if you're alive in a loser, does it matter? Like, I'd rather be dead in a winner than alive in a loser. And yeah, like, they literally just get melted after it. Like, here again, they were so focused on that Zuka, they don't really do anything to help Zone. Oh, wait, they don't lose here? Economy impressed. This is good, that's kind of just an unlucky shield. Honestly, in this case, they kind of did what I want them to. I just have an issue with how slow they did the action. Because you can speed up this action a lot. Because like what you can do here is go up to here, jump, and you can go back or you can go forward. Either is fine. But you have to pick something, because if you just stay here, you just get melted like they did. In this case, this is fine. I know they're trying to paint Zone. The issue is at this point, it's kind of just too late. Like, they kind of just played everything wrong leading up to it. That they have to just paint Zone and hope. And like, in this case, it just doesn't pan out. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Recon for the stage, and I just want to talk about what I would like to see done different. Compared to just saying things. Like, I want to show and talk about it. Oh wait, y'all get to see my X powers live on stream. Y'all get to see that I literally did not grind X rank because I just didn't care. However shall I live. Free me from this prison, please. I don't want to keep mashing through the news. Free me from this prison, please. To be fair, Mojo, I was kind of grinding Axe. I just wasn't grinding it that hard. Like, I kind of started playing it a bit closer at the end of the season. I just don't care. Like, honestly, a lot of, the season was kind of me just regaining my bearings with the game. And remembering, hey, I do like this game and I want to grind it. Yeah, sorry, Mojo. I'm not, in fact, just like you. To be fair, I don't think you need to grind X rank to win games, but... Oh wait, right, I was gonna go to Marigold. Oops, I'm a little silly. Wait, why am I not checking the map? Wait, okay. My brain is so fried. Let me see if Inkwad is in rotation. Anywhere. I don't think it is. And if it is, I'm just blind. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Cool. Okay, 2 zones Inkwad. Also, excuse the VTAN. Actually, no, it's kind of... this is important enough of a distinction for where I should be running S10. Shout out to me having, I think, 7-star on it and just never playing the game after they updated the star count. I really don't like the weapon, because, like, yeah, I have more than enough to bleed over. It just really does not matter to me, because I prefer VAC by a mile. Yo, and I'm teal. We be chillin'. Okay. So yeah, I want to talk about some stuff that I was hitting on when looking at it. So Tent can go here. A lot of what Shadow was zuking, you can cover here with just a well-placed shot. There's also another way you can take it. This is playing a bit safer and further away than I like, but you can go here. So let me go to the other side real quick. Because effectively you're spacing out, so your spread does more. So like as I was talking about, obviously it tends to shotgun. The closer you are, the more thin it is. It doesn't spread out a ton, don't get me wrong. But it is enough that where, if you're standing here, you can check for most flanks, or most sharks. Like, this covers kind of everything but here, but if someone's sharking there and you're, like, shielding here, it really doesn't matter. Because you just kind of keep moving. And then, like, some stuff that I was hitting on opening. This is kind of how Shadow opened on this stage. And this can actually be fine. Like, if your goal is to go all the way forward, I don't hate this. I'm not going to say that I like it, but I don't hate it. Because you can kind of just go here. If you want to play safer, you can bail for, like, under here, you can start poking pen. You can help left side if your teammate goes there, you can make sure right side's clear. There's a lot of things you can do from here. Again, I still think this is better. Only reason for that is you get to do this a lot safer, and you're moving to the other side of the map. Like, if you get to here and you're shielding, you kind of just get to check all this for free. You have to be aware of bombs up top, but that's fine. Another thing is it literally sets you up perfectly to here. Then yeah, for, like, here, because I want to talk about where I like seeing tents stand here. Like, if you're holding a plat, stand here. And the reason I say that is you can shield here. And this is super valuable because as long as someone is watching attic, you have so much freedom. And it's really hard to actually pin you down over here. Like, you can get up to here if you want to, you can just sit here and make sure no one goes top left. You can try to fish for up here. And you can kind of react to everything. The other thing is, like, if you want to back off to here in Zook, good. You want to go over to here in Zook, cool. Like, it just gives you a lot more options to work with. The reason I really don't like this, standing here, you have to play very reactive. Like, things are going to push at you, and if you play it wrong, you just explode. And there's a massive difference of standing here, like where that mine is, and standing here. Even though it doesn't feel like it, it's more so how easy it is to get forced to where you're going. So if you're going here and shooting forward, this, like, glove covers a lot of force from top left. Standing here, you can just watch attic, because your shield's covering you from top left, and you can just move somewhere. There's a lot of things you can work around. The issue with back here is you invite them into you, and from here you can put force from, like, up here, from glove, from attic. Like, glove does not bail you out of top left, which is really a massive thing, because being able to get shot at easily from 3 areas is really threatening. And again, I'm not saying it's bad to play, like, reactive or anything. I have my own gripes with it, but it's fine. Like, you can stand here and play as reactive as you want. The issue is you are playing Tent, and I think Tent is one of, if not the most broken game in the weapon, or this is the most broken weapon in the game. The reason for that is shield, because shield fundamentally changes how the game's played. But, like, I just want to talk about the difference, especially because I have recon. If you're standing here, this really simplifies things for yourself and your teammates. Because I just need to watch here, and I need to watch here, and that's it. You have to keep an eye on attic, but you need to just glance up every once in a while. If you're here, you need to watch the entirety of plat, which is fine. Like, actually watching this is the easy part. The issue is acting on it. Because if the enemy team books it that way, by the time you get over to here, they can be all the way over here. Like, you have to, you're on such a back foot, or you're on the back foot. If you're playing slow and reactive like that, especially in the positions Shadow was. I'm probably going to look at one more game, and then play some games myself, and just use them to talk about what I was seeing. Especially considering that I've been doing this for an hour and a half. What? Has it really already been an hour and a half? This is crazy. It really does not feel like an hour and a half. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'll look at 2. That's not, you wound me, Almojo. I can shorten water views. It's just I typically don't. But I got you, Almojo. Next time we do a review, I'll just keep it to like 10 minutes. Back to Shadow's perspective we go. I actually kind of like this opening. Yeah, like this opening's fine. Honestly, biggest gripe is they backed off their shield. Because if they stuck with their shield, they can still hit the right side. But it keeps them safe from pen. Like, it really just minimizes where the force can come in and kill them from. Like, let me back up a touch. You'd be surprised, Mojo. You can do a lot in 10 minutes. I just have to fast forward through a lot of stuff, and it just don't goes in depth. But yeah, like I want to talk about it from here. So if 10's here, and 10 goes forward, literally, shield covers everything but the right side. And that's beneficial because you can just divide the stage in half. So like if you go here with 10 and you just commit forward, it makes your life easy. Like here, I'm gonna overhead real quick. You know what? Let me go back. Nah, we'll leave it like this. Like, in this case, I don't know if they knew all 3 of them were over here, which I have takes to this opening. But if it works, I suppose. Like if Shadow goes here with a shield, because they launched shield here, Pen just does not actually get a safe shot. And that opens up the entire right side to just be shot. The issue is they disconnect from shield here, so shield keeps going forward, and they're stuck here, and Pen kills them. Like, I think they made the right play, it's just they disconnected from shield. That's the only reason they died. Nice. Good or not shown here. Okay. This is actually really good. I like this. I have personal gripes. I think you can play this faster, but... yeah. No, I'm actually going to talk about it. Because if you play this faster, this entire situation doesn't happen. In this case, I don't fully blame Shadow. Because I can get why they went for this play. Like, in this case, they kind of just got screwed over by special timings. Because what they should do here is just full commit in. Because if they full commit in, they can try to catch a jump, and they force Pen back. Like, if they go touch early, they can shield here, they can go forward, which gives them some breathing room. Oh, thank you, Invisible Shield. Yeah, we love seeing Invisible Shield. Sorry, I'm going back and clipping that. I love this game, and I love replay system. Okay, Shield's finally back. We're chilling. But like right here, if Shadow commits forward, they can commit forward and behind them. And this is valuable because, like, one in typical gameplay, this literally just traps them to Ella. In the other thing is, again, you're trying to make sure nothing can get in and nothing is jumping to that pen. Because your goal here is making sure that there's not an overflow of pressure on the zone. The issue is SD comes out like I think they back up a little far, but it's fine. The issue is like by the time they backed off because of the SD, they were already dead. Or like that push is kind of already over because of it. This is good. I actually like this a lot. Like I don't disagree with the Devil play, but I don't agree with it. Like what I probably would have done in Shadow's shoes is here just go left side. The reason for that is you can just kind of get behind them and threaten a lot. So like here, let me back up a touch and go to overhead. So yeah, like I'll pause right here. if Shadow goes like this, yes, it does take some time for that play to develop, but even going to here is helpful because it draws a lot of pressure onto them. What I really need to get more used to epic pen shenanigans. I'm just not used to it, and I don't do a ton of stuff like this, or I've not done a ton of stuff like this. Both are true. But this invites a lot of pressure onto Shadow, and this is important because any pressure on Shadow is on Nolan and Basil, and that's important because like Basil can just kind of go over here, regain plat, and Nolan can just kind of force their like enemy team's plat. So like it's a really messy game of force. But basically, what happens is there's a straight line of pressure that you can apply this way because two people might focus Shadow, and if they don't focus Shadow, cool. What happens is Shadow goes over to here and meets up with Nolan. Now you have all this force syncing up over here. And where this gets dangerous is like let's say you have a 10 to 96 here, right? You literally can just have 96 go here with a wall. Okay, this is their sightline. Cool. You have 10 go here. They shield this way. Great. The reason this is dangerous, you have a pen stand here, and nothing is sacred. Like this is where pen can hit roughly, and then you just have Viper do whatever it wants to. Like literally nothing is sacred at that point. This is more so me being a comp nerd. I don't like Viper with this. I think Carbon or Decaf makes a lot more sense with it because you can have like Carbon go after this. Like if you're setting up a play like this, Carbon being a one-shot menace more consistently with this just is so much more valuable. Because when it's a shot and like it's guaranteed to kill with Carbon because it's 40 minimum. Viper is not guaranteed to. Viper does not kill with it because it leaves them on 2 HP. Which yes, that can kill. We learned that from MPU meta. Um, but it's not something you're gonna rely on considering most people run a sub of Incres. Um, but like if this is Carbon coming in, you have to deal with that massive threat and that massive pressure, and you're having Tent come in. So like what ends up happening if you have Carbon is Carbon comes in over here. You have to worry about that. You have Tent who's coming here with a shield. You have to worry about this. So like this entire area I'm boxing in has to worry about a massive one-shot threat. Like you can literally just you can do nothing wrong and just explode. Like that's how dangerous that setup is. Anyways, back to Shadow's perspective. Like the reason I don't hate the Dapple fight is it on paper makes sense. Honestly, my biggest gripe is in this case just launch your shield. Like I get it, but if you're gonna die anyways, just commit to your shield. Like it's Dapple, that's kind of a high that's something you just want to kill. Again, same thing with the Zuka. This is just it max range. Like this doesn't do anything really. Like if they went here, shielded and then Zuka'd, I agree with it totally. They're just out of range to actually use their Zuka. I like this. This is really good. This is also really good. I don't even hate them jumping out here. Like, I want to check the play and look at it from overhead. This is actually really good from Shadow. Like, this is what I would do. I would do it a touch different, but this is still what I generally go for. The one difference I'd have is try to drag them this way. On paper, yes, this just sounds like suicide. Literally what you do is you just shoot and squid roll. Which is actually fairly safe. The reason this matters is you can make more of a divide in their force. So what's going to happen is all three of these are going to focus on Tent Shield. Excuse me. And this is dangerous because the force is literally just going to overflow. Like it's going to overflow into your teammates. Pen's going to go up here. Their force is starting to combine. Like everything gets really messy here because if they jump out. If you go over here though, this is helpful because like let me just make a dot here. Like let's say Shadow goes over to here. Their force has to redirect towards here. And if they don't, they have to worry about the one-shot menace. That is Tend. But the other thing this does is this lets the rest of the team in easier. And so, like, anything that wants to focus Shadow here just kind of gets dropped. And if they don't focus Shadow, they get dropped. But the other thing is, it literally just gives their team the advantage in pacing. Like, they don't need to worry about, oh, there's gonna be a push coming in soon or anything. It's just, okay, we know where everything is. Let's just simplify the game. Let's just trade. Because as long as you're taking the fight on your terms, you have an advantage. Like, this is a 4v4. The issue is they jump, and if you notice, Dapple just kind of goes forward. I honestly think this is a misplay on the on the enemy team for not just forcing it. But again, keep in mind, I have my own views. I can get why they didn't, but I don't agree with it. This is good. Again, main issue is I just wish they'd go forward. Like right here, go forward with your shield and just take some pot shots up here. Like, I know that you just ran out of cooler, but if you can take some pot shots at top right, even at the risk of death, it's so helpful because they have to turn around. They either have to turn around or they have to full commit forward somewhere. Either of those are really helpful. Like, it's really helpful and it's really predictable. You don't have to even second guess it. Like, they back up in this case, and if you notice, all of this force is gonna just come forward. Like, Tent is really good at playing force management and just bending the game to his will. Because you just have to respect it. This is good. Like, the only reason this push doesn't work for the enemy team is because of that stamp, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, in this case, I don't know what the goal was from Shadow here. I'll just let him be on it, because they made a good play going into it. Like, in this case, I just kind of wish they full committed in on the fight on Bucket, but... eh. Like, there's a few ways to play the fight. Like, in this case, I think they just needed to act faster. Like, you know there's a 50-50 chance they'll just... Excuse me. Like, you know there's a 50-50 chance the Bucket's just gonna chase you. Just move. Like, you can literally just move as fast as humanly possible over to your pen, pop Zuka, and you'll be fine. In this case, they kind of just choose a weird middle ground. And die for it. This is so weird. Because I don't think the play is bad. Personal taste is I think they should just go up. But given how they're, like, what they're wanting to play on, I don't disagree with the play. Like, I'll go back and just talk about what I think they should do. Again, my taste. But, like, here, you see the Swig just commit forward. Because there was no sign that Swig had SD. Like, if you commit forward here, yes, you get SD'd. You actually live this if you play it right. Because, like, what you can do is you... Hold up, let me grab my computer because I just sat it down for a second. Like, what you do is you commit forward with shield, commit right side. That or commit hard left side. Either way, though, because what's going to happen is, like, SE is here. I think shield gets in front of it. Yeah, no, shield gets in front of it. That's important because you actually won't die as long as you're on, like, the side of shield. The issue I just run into is I also get why they played how they do. Like, I don't think it's a misplay. It's just one I don't agree with myself. This is totally fine, honestly. This is good. I like this. I don't even hate the Zuka. Like, I'll be real, I honestly think this is just a tighter execution thing. Like in this case with their Zuka, they're just aiming too low. Like, they're aiming how you would a 10 shot, not a Zuka shot. Like, in this case, I don't even disagree with the play. Like, I honestly think the biggest thing I disagree with the play is not just dropping for it. Like, just drop right side, commit your shot. Like, just commit your entire Zuka to, okay, I'm going to nuke this pen off the face of the earth. And if you see Dapples, you can turn around and use a shot on it and just run. The reason I say this is, like, it doesn't work, but realistically, they could and should have just go 10. And I think they could have stayed alive if they played their cards right. This is fine, they're playing for cooler. I don't like it, but I get it. This is fine, they're playing for Zone here. Like, I don't disagree with this part. I disagree with the Zuka. The only reason I disagree with Zuka, cap Zone first. Like, this is personal view because I'm much more of a supportive player. I would much rather you just worry about Zone first. Also, this is like a max range shot. Like, all of their Zukas have felt very max range, which I'm not saying is a bad, but the further away it is, it's harder to hit. Like, this is obvious, but like I'm using a line. This is like you have to aim at this, which is a lot harder because you have to fine tune everything. If they're closer, like here, you just need to worry about like this area. Makes your life a lot easier, and you have a bigger target to actually hit. Or you have more of a, you basically have a bigger target to aim at. Yeah, in this case, they don't. Like, this is just really messy. I don't even blame them for the plays they made. Like, I kind of agree with all of it. Again, like, in this case, personal taste is just run forward. Like, them popping Zuka is kind of what starts with the downfall of everything. Like, in this case, as soon as SD's over, just book it for them. Like, just book it forward here. Like, I think if I were in their shoes, the second I see strikes, I'm just gonna commit forward. Like, it's a really small opening, don't get me wrong. But like right here, there's enough of an opening to go forward, and just trade. Like you just go forward and you just literally are point blank versus at apples and trade. And this just makes your life easy because now the pen doesn't have anyone guarding it. So like someone can just run up and just check it. Okay, hold up, let me check something real quick. Okay. Thank you, Amaja. Have fun. Have fun doing whatever you are. But yeah, like with tent, you literally can just book it out to here and just quickly trade. If you full commit to it and you're used to it, honestly, you drop that apple, you full commit forward, and you drop the pen. I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed or anything, but you can do it. Like in this case, I think they just kind of froze, which I don't even blame them for. Because they were kind of between a rock and a hard place. This is good. Oh, I wish they just committed forward. Like, after that first kill, just go. Like, there's zero risk. Because, like, from here, they got this kill, which... God damn, that shot's good. That shot's clean. But if you go forward, you literally just catch the pen for free. Like, in this case, they backed off. I think they were trying to sync up a play with Omega. I don't agree with it. Like, if you have the ability to go forward, do it. Especially considering how safe this is. Like, it's gonna seem like I'm over-harping on this when I'm playing, but, like, they really did just get a free kill over here. Like, right here, they just killed Dapples for free. And you have a general idea. Okay. They're going to be somewhere in this area or somewhere in zone. So you only need to, like, watch these two areas, and you can watch this for free with your just by checking the left side. And in this case, you don't know anything is coming up. They're already backing off before they even know what's coming. Like this is something for me. Like I run 3 subs of QSJ on tent. I think the norm is 2. Excuse me. I think the norm is 2. I might be wrong, but with tent you can go forward and just bail if you need to. This is my personal philosophy. I'd much rather hard commit to a play that doesn't work and see what the value is than not commit. Because like in this case, if they committed, they literally shut down everything on ramp. Like I can talk the play to death, but like unless it's in rotation, I can't actually talk about it. Like, this is kind of one of those, you just have to see it. This is fine. This is good. Good going forward. Yeah, like, this is good. I kind of good. This is perfect. They just go forward. If they perfect. Yeah. Like, I agree with this one. Like, I honestly think that, honestly, the only thing that they did wrong is they weren't, like, I don't even think they in particular did anything wrong. Someone should have just gone with them. Um, like, if you want to focus purely on what can you do better as the individual player, what I would say is, like, instead of backing off to here, or instead of backing off in Suzuki, onto your shield here, like, shield here, because it just gives you some safety. It's just such a weird balancing act. Because if you Zook, now you have free targets. If you shield, you're not going to have as free of targets. Like, there really isn't a right or wrong answer here. Like, in this case, they kind of just got screwed over that, like, Dapples just kind of climbed a right wall and Omega didn't trade. And that's no one's fault, it just happens. Like, this game is chaotic, it literally just happens. Happens to the best of us. I don't agree with swimming in here, but this is fine. I'm sure I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but, like, this just feels so reactive. Like, the issue that I run into with, this gameplay is, like, they get strike here, right? Which is totally fine. Right here, if they shoot, they have a free line up to pen. And yes, I know you have to take the risk of Bucket's just gonna kill you. I take that trade-off because here's how I view the game. Okay, I go forward, cool. Let's say that I die to pen, whatever. Pen's gonna die, or not pen, Bucket's gonna die, because your pen's somewhere back here. And their pen has to turn and look at you. So they're gonna look over here. Honestly, it's top level pens. I honestly expect Basil to just nuke them. Like, if the enemy pen does not drop down correctly, I expect them to get nuked. The issue here is they almost over-respect it, so they totally disconnect from shield. And it's not bad they live, but living doesn't do anything here. I like this Zuko. I really like this Zuko. Yeah, this is fine. Like, it just feels so far back for me. This is good. Like, them going up here is good. I have personal gripes and just experience. I don't like shielding here. I like shielding slightly further up. Like, I like shielding here, or like behind the wall over here. I just don't like shielding on like the little bit of this ramp that's left. It's just gotten me killed more times than not. Like that. Yeah. Let's go Kraken. We love that broken ass special. Yeah. Like, this is really good. I don't even hate this, because they're just kind of playing zone duty. This is good. This is really good too. I just wish they committed toward a touch faster, but again, personal taste. This is good. Biggest issue, they full drop. Like, I know it's dangerous, but like, you're so close to getting lead already. Take the risk. Like, take the risk here and just gun forward. Because if you gun forward, the only thing that can actually kill you in this case is Pen. And Pen has to hit a really good shot, and you're just as likely to trade them. The issue is they full drop a right side. So I'm going to shift to overhead and just look at the ramifications of that. Shadow was here, and they were, like, literally trapping the enemy team to this area. Because there's so much coming from up front. Like, there's kind of a wall over here, and then you're having a wall from, like, over here, because of Shadow. With them dropping, this just disappears. Like, this entire, like, everything being set up just disappears. So what can happen is all the force can be directed forward. That, or if you want to get into, like, some other dangerous territories, like, the entire left side is now opened up. Like, I think in this case, they get lucky because the enemy team overfocuses them. Like, Tent really wasn't doing anything there. Like, they kind of just get a hammer kill out of it, but, yeah. Like, they do win the game, don't get me wrong. It wasn't the worst play. I just don't agree with it personally. Anyways, I'm probably going to call it there for looking over all the games. I'm probably going to play some, just play some solo games and talk about my thought process with Tent. If anyone in chat has a question, just say so now, because I would like to answer them, because Tent is a really weird weapon that isn't talked about enough. And I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remedy this issue. Like, that's not me, but I will help with what I can. Okay, considering no one has said anything in chat, I think I am good on that front. So hooray. I can now play my least favorite Tent. Zones is not in rotation right now, that kinda sucks. Because I would have liked to hit zones just because that was what was played. I guess I'll hit rain then. Give me a second just to warm up in the training room, but... This is gonna be so messy for my first game. I have not played and it started with a review. Yeah, no, put me in JP, please. If I suffer, I suffer. I really, really do not care. But yeah, I think the main thing that I'm going to focus on in, at least for the first few games, is just talking about, like, that active gameplay that I'm talking about and that I'm looking for. It's probably going to be a bit weird because, one, touch of rain fog, two, my ears just feel clogged, but, I'll do my best. Okay, my controller's not drifting. We be chilling. Is it drifting? It's drifting slightly. Okay. Whatever. So yeah, like, this is kind of what I'm talking about with active Tent gameplay. The enemy team literally has to look at me or risk dying. So, like, in this case, I died a blaster. But it opens up this entire right side. Or that entire left side. So because of me dying, we kind of get to break check for free. Alright, here's another good example. I'm not going to worry about you. Like, going up to here, the enemy team almost has to at least give some credit to my existence. I'm alive? Damn. Anyways, I'm just gonna zook from over here if you don't mind. I'm gonna watch in front right now. This is just personal taste of gameplay. They jumped, okay. Wait, Stamper didn't? No, Stamper did jump. I didn't realize they ran back to me. Whatever. I played that wrong. But yeah, like, here, I just want to force into this Stamper. And I'm going to force right side. Because what this does is it almost makes them look right. Like, in this case, they didn't have to. But it opens up the rest of the ramp. I'm going to change my pacing. This is closer to what Shadow was doing. Of almost letting the game happen around them. Which, again, I have personal issues with, but I'm not going to say it's terrible. like, besides at the end there, I really didn't have control of what they were doing. It's just like, I really don't want you to do this play. Sorry, I'm playing so on habit right now, but whatever. I don't need to worry about you, do I? God, I wish I wasn't sick. I cannot think of full clarity right now. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna gun forward here. Like, I know I'm actively being watched by Heavy. The thing is, Heavy has to keep their eye on me. And now I can Zuko from back here. And I'm not at max range, which helps me. Damn. Oh, okay. I played that one. Hi, Gojer. I'm curious, were you shown on stream before? I thought I saw your name pop up a bit ago. Also, ignore my ass gameplay. This is game 1 and I'm sick. So, you know, only the best. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this game as warm-up, honestly. I'll probably do this in another game for warm-up. I am playing so much worse because I'm sick. Feria. I'm curious, what did you hear? I'm curious your thoughts on it, considering you're another tent player. I plan to make it a VOD and throw it into the tent server, just because it has my perspective, and I think a lot of tents do the same mistakes. But I also know I'm considered crazy in the tent, or I'm considered crazy, period, not just in the tent server. Oh, I'm 8-star with this thing? Damn. I thought it was only going to be 7-star. End me now. I played this thing too much at the start of the game. I'm kind of sad that this was the first game that I started with. V10 fits me so much better. I'm not saying me being crazy is a bad thing, I'm just saying. Like, to be considered crazy in a world full of crazy? I'm doing something right. Oh, no, that's fair, Goju. Yeah. If you want, I could... Like, again, I'm gonna throw the VOD into the campsite anyways, but I can DM you it after if you want. Because I'm planning to make it a VOD on YouTube. Fair. It's funny because I honestly prefer, like, NA for matchmaking and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say JP is bad, I just kind of prefer, ending the skills that we have. But I got you, Goju. For now, just watch me, suffer with bad timing gameplay. God, I hate being sick, but oh well. Damn, that was a clean shot. Credit where it's due. They also have 5-star. Damn. Bro is a grinder. Okay. So, like, right now, the one thing I'm honestly focusing on... I shouldn't have jumped there, okay. But, like, they're pushing in. I just wanted to push forward and gain some space. Like, the paintbrush literally had to look at me or risk dying. And that's a lot of what I want to see Shadow do. I'm gonna let them deal with that. I should have timed that shot better, but whatever. Cool. Oh shit, high pain. Whatever. It dies. I'm getting space. But I want to find out what the play that I'm doing there. The enemy team basically has to look at me or risk the chance of getting one shot. And same with me, like, going here. So I'm playing a touch preventative, but I'm gonna amp up the speed. And if they don't look at me, I'm just gonna one-shot. Like, in this case, I die, but look at how free this line is now. That's not something that I see Shadow do enough. Like, I'm gonna change my pace here. because I can actually, like, play the game a touch. A lot of Shadow's plays look like this. Which is fine on paper. It's just very preventative. Like, they're worried, or not preventative, it's like, it's very reactive. Also, like, sticking with shield here, this helps a lot because, like, now they almost have to keep an eye on me. Fair, Goju. It's just weird sometimes talking with some other people because I have such a different definition of aggro. Okay, I'm gonna chill here now. You know what, fuck it, we just book this forward. Like, I wanna point out, I die there, yes. The enemy team almost, again, has to look at me. That's what a lot of the plays that I'm looking to do to force. I'm gonna try to play the rest of the game closer to how I see, like, Shadow play. I'm not gonna say it's to this extreme, I'm being a little hyperbolic so I can play it, but it's a lot of plays like this. And again, they have a really good reactive aim. Like, do not get me wrong. For the aim that they specialize in, they're good. But they do a lot of stuff like this, where it's like, yes, I'm getting Jet onto me, yes, I can kill Jet. Killing Jet doesn't do anything for the game state. Or like a shield here. The enemy team just has to be aware of me. I'm not forcing them to fundamentally change things. Like this play, I literally am making them look at me or risk death. And now I've gotten the shot out of position. Like, for the play that I just did, I forced so much to happen, just because I felt like being a little impatient. Die. Die. This S-Blast hates my ass. Come on, Pink, let's fight. No, we're fighting. God, I really wish zones was in rotation. That just make my life convenient. Also, I just want to point out something like with, wait, what happened the last game? What? Oh, okay. I forgot about the entirety of last game. Like, I want to point out some stuff with, like, Zook and Mines and stuff. You'll probably notice I use them less. I play V10. Like, I'm used to just not having a fighting sub and having a supportive special. So if you see it, that's why. I am a V10 fiend. That thing is my favorite weapon in the entire series. Oh, I did not mean to disconnect my controller, whatever. I just wanted to plug it in. I need to remember to plug it in between games so it doesn't just die on me. Okay. I'm actually gonna try to play a game close to how I've seen Shadow play. I feel fine on C10. Like, I love the idea of C10, it just doesn't work for me. And that's not the issue of the kit itself, it's just, like, what I want is what V10 has. Yeah. Anyways, this game I'm gonna just focus on playing closer to how Shadow does. Or a mix of how Shadow does and how I want to play, because, there's no way around me playing how I normally do. Not when I'm sick. I autopilot too hard in general, much less when I'm not working at full mental capacity. I don't think U10 sucks, Goshi. I think it's fine. Like, I think the main thing with that kit is it's purely for the team. Like, nothing about that kit is really aggressive. Wait, hold up, what happened to my shield? Put it on half, excuse me? Wait, right, I'm fucking autopiloting too hard. Like, what I'm doing now is what a lot of not a lot of Gojis, a lot of, Shadows plays look like. Like, minus that at the end, that was me just getting impatient. I know what I am. I am built to fight, I am not built to play slow and stall. But like, it's a lot of just kind of look at me, and if you give into what I'm wanting to do, you're gonna lose. But if you don't give into me at all, I'm gonna lose. Like, a lot of this game, I've just not felt like I've had any control. Like, yes, I'm safer. I'm probably going to have way less stats than last game. But I just don't feel like I have any control over what's happening. Like, safety kind of comes at a cost. Because there's a lot of plays that I'm looking at, like in that play that I just had. If I just said, okay, we're gonna risk it all. Sorry, I'm still trying to keep an eye on speed. But like, if I said we're just gonna risk it all, it gives me a lot more to work with. I am just a living here, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, Shadow's really good at anchoring, which is fine. It's just that they over-rely on it. Like, they anchor so much that they actually just shut down pushes. Like, that their own team wants and needs. And I'm not gonna say it's good or bad or no, that's a lie. I am going to say it's bad. However, I think their strength is insane. Like, when they get to play defensive, I think they're really good. It's just you can't play defensive the entire time. Like, the way that I like to describe it to people when I do coaching, the way that I say is defense is almost a luxury. Like, if you can go in and get some strong pushes and all the stuff that you want, you have to pay for that luxury by getting an early lead. It's why I actually hate zones. Like, I hate zones because it's really easy for, like, defensive solo plays to work. And I'm not saying it's bad to have them all work, but it almost punishes playing super fast. Excuse me. Like, just by the nature of it by itself. Like on other modes, if you get a lead first, you can pump the brake as hard as you want. You can come to a total stop because you have lead. Like, kind of the rule of thumb I would work with if I'm playing more defensive, and keep in mind, these are just my standards. Like, you probably want to get down to, like, 15 points before you start playing a hard defense. Unless it's, like, the last minute, that's where things get finicky. But, like, if you can get down to 15, you can play super, super defensive leading into that strength. Like, I think their entire team is incredible at defense. And then you can just let Omega be a gremlin. 1 second. Okay. But, like, put Shadow and Owen on opposite sides of the stage, and you just have HP tanks on each side. And it's really hard to push, period. I'm gonna try to play this game closer to how I think they should play in pacing. Shit. I didn't play that right. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking breathe. Because breathing tends to be important. Sorry, that's more of my pace that bled in there. Excuse you. Like, if they want to play... Like, I think if they can play at a pace, like, similar to this, they'd be golden. Hi, new team, please look at me. I know you know I exist. I don't even care about dying there, I get the faster respawn. But, like, that entire play, I'm able to just soak so much pressure that anyone coming in after just has the freest stuff. Yay, we grab! We should get down to, like, to 30. Like, as long as we can get a quick pop, we should get down to 30. Wait, are they gonna pop for us? No, okay. I'm impressed they did none of the things that most teams do. That happens a lot in solo queue. Good shit. And here's a moment of just objective rules all. Like, I know I was gonna die for that, but like, it sinks all of their time into needing to repop. Like, they have to repop, they can't simply push forward. It's just a lot of benefits. And, like, I'll check my pace here to do, like, again, how I... Damn, okay, I played that wrong. That's fine. Oh, I didn't realize Decaf was there. Like, I think a lot of, like, the issues I have with their positioning is I want them to be, like, 5 feet in front of where they actually are. So, like, if I want to be holding, like, that checkpoint here, I'm gonna play where I am now. And the reason for that is they have to get through me first. I don't need to take this fight, I'm just taking it because realistically you probably would. And this is a moment where you can actually check pace. Like, playing slow and defensive is totally fine, it's just when. I don't even care if I die here. Cool. Like, going in for a play like that, that ruins everything they wanted to have going into it. Like, I think the biggest issue is, like, my teammate decided we were going over grades. I'm just grabbing because I prefer to win the game compared to just teach, but... But yeah, like, for this entire scenario, I'm gonna swim it. I don't trust that bubble. I don't think our forge is focusing it. Like, now is when you can play super defensive, and I'm gonna do that. Keep in mind, my defensive gameplay is terrible. Like, it's so out of practice. And it's probably going to bleed into more aggressive play anyways. Like, I know myself. I do not need to lie to myself. Like, now that we have such a substantial lead, I don't need to... I was on... That's tragic. I was on the railing and it clipped me. But, like, at this point, I don't need to actually worry about the pace of the game. Like, I just need to make sure they don't get further. I did not mean to move here. Shit. I meant to squid roll and I just didn't full commit to it. That was on me. We should be able to catch it, though. Yeah. Like, I want to point out the other thing which is really nice with leads. You just get to play defensive. Like, I know I'm beating a dead horse with it, but... Oh my Lanta. Oh, okay. I need to make sure that thing got dropped. But like, now, for example, because we have such a huge lead, I get to play Bazooka. I wish either one of my, you know, shooters, which have better paint, were doing it, but, eh. Okay. Shit. What do you mean? I pressed in my special, that's tragic. I think in general, C10 is just obnoxious. I'm not grabbing that, teammates, I'm sorry. I don't care, but yeah. I think C10 in general can just be obnoxious. It's more so a thing of, like, leaning into it, especially with the comp. Like, C10 feels a lot more comp dependent than either of the other kits. Like, C10 is a little comp dependent, you just want things that can fight very well with it. And S10 is honestly very good standalone. This is so tragic that we lost. I messed up so much on, like, the actual pressing buttons part of the game, not the actual tactical part of the game. Yeah, which is totally fine. Like, if you don't want to play that way, you don't need to play that way. But, like, I'm not going to say that it sucks because I don't want to play it. Because it'd kind of be like if I were to say, like, Ascent sucks. Because I hate Ascent. Ascent is my least favorite of the trio. But just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm going to diss it. I don't know, I could be out of left field, but that's kind of just how I treat a lot of things and people for just how I view the game. Like, I don't care if it makes you happy, do it. If it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. It's kind of that simple to me. This will be an interesting game. My controller is drifting. Okay. Oh, this is gonna get worse and worse, I know. Oh wait, this is me playing at my pace. Oops. Well, now I'm kind of stuck with it. Whatever. I can play faster than this. I'm just not in this case because I don't think it's needed. I wish I played a bit more for that Hydra. I would just overfocused Rain. Like, right now I'm kind of battling Drift more than I am anything else. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, I was gonna say, they have the 1v3, I have faith. Glad to see it wasn't misplaced. I want to play this faster, but again, I'm trying to match... much closer to how a lot of people do. You can't say the new one sucks and then match it with that, I'm sorry. Those words don't match. Anyways, we're just gonna kamikaze for Rain, yeah. I'm gonna jump to the 96, I have faith. I shouldn't have had faith. Whatever. We're still chilling. Ooh, this is a really messy snake. Yeah. I played that wrong. I'm too worried about looking in chat right now. I should probably change that, but eh. I really don't play in stream a lot, so I don't have a ton of practice with it yet. But yeah, like, the reason I'm playing how I am right now, I just want to show, like, this is how I think it should be played a little bit more. Like, I have nothing against defensive gameplay. It's ironic. I love defensive gameplay. Like, ironically, I love defensive gameplay more than I do offensive. I just prefer playing offensive a lot more. Which is a major thing to me. There we go. Like, if you're noticing, a lot of the plays that I'm still setting up, I'm making the enemy team pick an action. Which, that's something that I see missing in a lot of plays. Like, I'm gonna amp up my speed to how I normally play, or at least try to. Because I've kind of sabotaged me playing this way for the day, by playing slow at the start. I shot so early, wow! I didn't need to jump there. If I was grounded, I would've won. Or I would've lived. Okay. But like, a lot of how I look at the game is, what is the literally most forcing action I can make? Like, in this case, me booking it at this pace is not, oh yeah, I just feel like dying. It's, this gives us the most openings to work with. Oh, this is also why I like V10, but that's, honestly, that's kind of a ramble for a different day. Like, I do want to play a few games at my normal pace, and just show a contrast. Because, like, in my eyes, they're kind of like 3 to 4 speeds. Um, Obviously there's more, it's not that limited, it's just to simplify it, because everything's on a scale, really. Excuse me. Who thinks I'm fresh? What? Who? Which one of you? Oh, all of these people would hit the fresh button. Well done. Now I lost what I was thinking about. Oops. Whatever. We're chilling. But yeah, like, I think I was talking about, like, kind of the slider of speed. The big issue I see with a lot of tents, is they start shields super far back. Like, if an enemy's over here, they try to start a shield super far back, which is fine. I know that I prefer playing risky. I think a lot of tents should be fishing for here, because it makes it a lot easier when you can get shields like this. It also just gives you, like, way more chances to pop off and hit your shots. Because I stand by, I think a lot of tents are mechanical demons. I am not one of you. I am barely mechanically adequate for my standards, but most of the time I'm not even at my standards for, like, the baseline. But, like, the big thing with mechanics, and I've talked about this with a lot of people try to play at, like, this range. And especially with, like, tent and stuff, but people kind of play near the edge of their range. And if you're good at tracking, you'll do fine here. The issue is, you don't put yourself in a chance to actually pop off with your mechanics. Like, just as an example, like, where I'm standing now, this lets me just hit these insane flicks. Like, that's typically where my aim does best, is in hitting some, like, super insane snap flicks back to back. So, like, here to here, and I can just bounce around with that. That's what I'm used to. And I find snaps, like, a lot easier than tracking. Like, as long as I can be playing how I normally do, and as long as I get, like, a bit of warm-up, it's so much easier for me to just snap. Like, to snap and flick. Wow, this is a cute time. I know what I was expecting, but... Or not I know what I was expecting, I know what I was getting into, but eh. I do agree. I'm curious, Goji, do you think the same, like, it needs to happen for Shadow? Because that was kind of one of the big things that I was noticing. Like, I didn't overfocus it because there were a lot of other things bleeding into it. But I definitely think that they need to shield further in. I should not have jumped. If I didn't jump, I lived that. Okay. I really need to get back into the grind. I was getting ready to get back into the grind and then I got sick. So, like, all of the skills that I was working on are gone right now. I don't even care about dying there. That literally just gets everyone in a box. Let's go, Daffles! Let's go, Daffles! Let's go, Daffles! Get him, Dapples. Get your quad. You earned it. Get it. You know what? They basically got a quad. Hey, get me back in here. Yeah. Like, right now, I really just want to get as far ahead of objective, because we just need to make space. This shield is terrible. Right now, I'm actually not even trying to kill them. I want to just keep them in panic here. I think keeping them in disarray is a lot more valuable than... Damn, that was a clean shot. Like, if I lived there, I think keeping them in panic is a lot more valuable than... Ooh, we need to go with that rain. We need to go with that back. That's tragic. I'm letting you be. Oh, shit. Also, here's an example of what I was talking about slightly with, one of the plays that I was talking about for Shadow. Of just turn around. Ooh, I'm not gonna make that in time, am I? did not engage. I didn't need to jump there. Oh, yeah, I really need to work on not jumping. It's really funny, I don't even think it changes with the decav. Like, I think decav is the most overhyped matchup into Tent. I think Tent wins the matchup easy. Like, literally, I think the worst part of, like, any Tent kit, to fight decav with is Vac. And I still think Vac wins the matchup half the time. If not more. Like, I kind of need my teammates to carry what's going on up front. I don't need to worry about you, bro. This leader is going to be a menace. I know they want to jump to it. Goodbye, buddy. I'm gonna trust that they can deal with it. Stamper fits there. I don't even care about dying there. I don't even think Bubble was that bad. Like, I'm not gonna say that, like, them and Bubble is a pretty matchup, but I'm not gonna say it's a losing matchup. Granted, I also know that I'm coming from a place of a lot of bias. That's tragic. It literally dragged me back into place. That's so tragic. I thought I would have clipped the side and been able to move on. Huh. Well, I'm gonna die here, ain't I? Oh, okay. Thank you, teammate. Get over here, Ryan. Also, I want to point out the place that I'm playing at is literally not one I'd recommend if anyone watches. I don't know, it's really odd for me, because I don't think Bubble is bad, but I can see why it is. Like, I'm playing so much more defensive right now than I should be. If you play defensive in a Bubble, it sucks. Like, I'm not even gonna deny that. That's just a fact. But I think if you play aggressive into it, it really doesn't matter that much. Like, I guess it requires you to hit your shot. Why are you taking my emergency paint, bro? I have a bazooka. I can literally one-tap that thing from cross map. Also pointing out, yeah, playing for special on defense is fine. I like playing for special on defense. Despite what some people think. I'm gonna panic this Stamper. Yep. I don't know why they were entertaining grades, but I really panicked that Stamper. Because Stamper probably would have been in a good spot to engage it. Also, calling me impressed with, like, increased decibels. My coughs aren't, like, absolutely peaking the mic. Or at least on OBS. Yeah. I probably should try to kick it up into high gear, but I really just want to experiment with, like, throwing the other styles. Like, this is more so because I honestly want to ping Shadowind, or mention them on either Discord or Blue Sky. Because I really don't agree with the notion of, oh yeah, you have to be top level to be top level. Fuck that. They'll have to deal with my D2 ass, because I think I'm correct. And if I'm wrong, they can tell me why I'm wrong. And it's so very odd to me, like, just thinking about it, because, like, I know I'm harping on this point, it's just, it really drives me up a wall, because so many tents don't force their shields down people's throats. And yes, I know if you're trying to do that, it increases the odds of, like, your shield getting shredded or something, but, like, I'm going to shove my shield down your throat, and you're gonna have to respect it, because if you don't, you risk the one-shot. And, like, this key literally just furthers that, because I can launch shield, hit a few, like, threaten a few shots, and if I don't hit, oh no, the horror, I have a Zuka. Like, oh no, the horror, I can't hit you up close, I'm just gonna hit you cross-map, like, that threat is very real. I'm gonna try to play this game slow, and, like, really slow. Like, I guess I'm gonna be trying to mimic Shadow in this, because this is how I see a lot of their stuff. I really should have just committed forward on something there, but trying to commit to something is... It's so weird to try to make that decision when I'm trying to slow myself down. Yeah, no, I'm just going here. Yeah, I'm honestly just gonna try to mimic how Shadow plays, because this feels like the right pace. Cool. I'll just pop him and dunk this real quick. Like, this is probably slightly hyperbolic, but no, this feels right. Like, the issue I'm running into, like, for plays like that, I just have no control of when the enemy team pushes in. Like, I'm kind of at their mercy for how much force I need to actually deal with. I probably should have disengaged there if I was being more accurate, but whatever. I'll fine-tune it. I'm not so used to copying slower gameplay. Or mimicking. Damn, good shot. This should be fine, though. Okay, we're chilling. But yeah, like, the main issue that I almost run into is it's... Because, like, the play positions like this, which on paper are fine. Like, you probably would have pushed left side. Like, on paper, me going right side there is fine. But I have zero control over when that blaster is going to try to fight me. So it really leaves me at their mercy. This is a very iffy jump. Anyways, I'm going back to trying to... You need to die, buddy. Unfortunate that apples were there. I'm not trusting that jump right now. Oh, I probably should have. Yeah. Did I? I did see someone drop there. Come on, pop your zip. Dumbass. I don't even care that I died. I burned most of their zip. Like, I burned most of their zip, and they're on, and like, they are actively losing right now. Shit. That was a bad idea. At least I'm playing slower. Yeah, God, I really hate playing this way. I feel so restricted. Like, I'm honestly gonna amp up the pace of it. Because I want to play it what I think the ideal pace is. I can't keep Shadow's pace the entire game. I will go insane. Like, I could maybe make it happen if I wasn't sick, but right now I would just go insane. That's fair blast, okay. I should have just gone left side. I am so focused on fights right now. Okay. That's the adjustment I need to make. It'll just take some time. Yo, let's go do this. Damn, go off. Damn, okay. I didn't see that recycle, but I'm not surprised. I honestly think recycle is a really, really good weapon. Damn blast, okay. like, I do unironically think Blaster's, or not Blaster, fucking, sorry, I'm making so many mental notes in dealing with fucking brain fog. Like, I really do think Fambrella is super fucking good. Because, like, it leans much more into, it's not even the damage part, like, it's just the fact that it can two-shot and it basically has a +1 life. Like, how I would, like, if I'm to be, like, if I were to train a tent player up from scratch, I'd actually start them with Vambrella. Because Vambrella's really good at learning shieldless. Because Vambrella basically plays shieldless and you just have a +1 life. God, I really just want to play full speed. I'm gonna be so fucked over tomorrow. Because I'm doing this, but whatever. I'll live. God, this kit just feels so weird playing it. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad kit, it just feels so meh. Like, I don't look at this kit and go, oh yeah, this is the one thing it's really good at doing. Which doesn't work for me. Like, give me one strength that I can lean into to an absurd degree. V10 has that with just being with being supportive. Not to mention, I also find it a lot more aggressive team side than S-Hunt. S-Hunt is very good on the individual side, but not so much team side, in my opinion. What time is it? 7:30. Okay. All right, let me play it. I want to play a few games to try to dial in what I think is a good, like, slower speed. Like, this is slower to my standards, keep that in mind. I'm not... Holy skill issue right now. That's fine. I'm gonna die. I got saved! I got spared! I don't care about that. Sorry, that's literally I just have to do anything to stay alive there. Hi, buddy. I played that wrong. Okay. I am so not used to Zuka. I would have loved Vac there. Like, Vac can do so much in that scenario. That's fine. I don't mind that tread. How dangerous is that? That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about objective. Come on, crab. Yep. I know they're just gonna run objective behind you, but I don't care. Oh, my dapples failed their job entirely. Wow. Okay, let's just force left side. Dapples, why are you dragging them into my spots? Okay, I also need to change my music. This song is not doing it for me. Where's this mix really? Yeah, no, you're getting forcibly booted. Shit. Are we just gonna leave Rain sitting there? You know what? I'll leave it up to y'all if y'all want to lose the game. Damn, hi Swig. This Swig is fight happy. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it just is. Shit. Yeah. This feels so weird trying to play it slower. Sorry, now I'm complaining about it a lot, but it just is true. For the past year and a half, I've been purely focused on speed and nothing else. And it's not changing. Like, focusing on speed is what I find very enjoyable. But I think this pace is honestly not that bad. Like, in this case, I'm running into the issue of no one wants to pick up the damn Rainmaker, but... that and we're letting the 10 outpace everything. Good. Sorry, I'm being quiet right now so I can actually hit shots. Because that's kind of important right now. Damn. I think that got blocked by the cooler. That's tragic. Because I was going to try to help, like, insta-sway the pop with Zook. Oh, wait, I didn't even need to worry about you. Like, Rain just took itself so far out of the fight. Like, I want to bring up something with the stalls. If Rain ever stalls over here, you don't actually need to kill it. Or not immediately. You need to keep an eye on it, don't get me wrong. But it can actually be better to set up right side. Because, like, right now what I'm going to be doing... Hold up. Something's sharking here. Like, I set up this entire side right now, which makes my life easier now. Like, we just have to quick pop and grab. That's so tragic! Do they have sub power? They do, okay. That sub power threw me off so hard. Because I was expecting the shield to break wall. I have to keep an eye on that fucking... Yeah, that crab's gonna be... Yeah. Okay. This isn't... Yeah, this is just gonna be some trial and error. Okay, hold on. I found an actual mix that I like. I've been listening to a lot of music, which is great for Meteor Hammer stuff, but not so great when I want to grind the game. You know what? Let's try this song. Let's do that, and let's turn up the volume. Okay, hold on. Let me check something while I'm queuing for a game, actually. Also, it's such a small thing, but can I say it's so nice not needing to worry about, like, Epic Pen or anything? It makes my life so easy. Who is this? What? Who is you? Oh, that's who you are. I don't care about your shit. Sorry, I got messaged by someone and I wanted to see what it was. Oh shit, that corpse gonna be brutal. Yeah, okay. I played that wrong. I should have gone left side. This is really just gonna be a lot of trial and error. It's funny because I realistically shouldn't do this, but yeah, whatever. I really do want Moonlight to succeed. So I don't mind ruining myself in the short term. Hi, buddy. The only thing I have to worry about is that Viper, yeah. Anyways, though, I still 3. Ooh, why are we all so far back? There's zero reason for us to be that afraid. Now I'm going to catapult forward and set some stuff up. Back off, Viper. I'm saving the shot. I want to make sure they're afraid. Come on, Viper. I know you want me. Yeah, I know. I know what you are. I know exactly what you are. Also, proof of you can just hold in for fights. Yes, I know it's solo. It's a quote-unquote different thing, but like, I was gonna be dead if I slowed down. Like, if you're gonna die, go down swinging. That's all I am saying. Damn, that was so close. I just want to clip that. I want to see if I like it later. Like, this weapon will literally get so many freebies. For clips and stuff, just because it has shield. I love it. I'm gonna swim in. We have 2 specials online. We should be fine, but not good enough to jump. That's 1 special. Let's follow him. Yeah. I saw that calling. I knew something was gonna follow eventually. Oh, that's fine. We just don't repel back. Yeah. Wait. Please tell me we aren't. Okay. For a second, I thought we were gonna. I thought the 96 was gonna be terrifyingly smart. And not worry about like killing what was directly on them and putting the shot in the rain. Because if they did that, I think they get 3. That's what I would have done, but it isn't easy to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill myself. And it's a good play. Shit. I don't like this right now. I just don't know how to get out of this right now. This is not a scenario I'm used to. I know there's a rapid. I'm gonna trust that they have it because it's just stuck in my ink. Yep. I know you're gonna drop me. Damn. I messed up my squid roll. I honestly think that was the correct play. I'm gonna force the spot. Where's the 96? There you are. Shit. I don't even care about dying there. I had to do something. We should be fine. Like, I think this push gets lead. Like, as long as we get something going. Perfect. There we go. That's the right timing. Anyways, I'm gonna do the boring thing. I'm gonna do the boring answer if I want to win the game. Alright. Oh, cool. Thank you, Timmy. Doing my job for me. Oh, yeah. It's super consistent, Rain. Wait, hold up. Are you not able to hear? Okay, you're listening only. Cool. Yeah, like you can shoot through Stamkin super consistently. It's just really hard to get used to the visual timing. Like each time that they buffed Stamp to be more consistent, I had to relearn the timing from scratch. But unironically, if you know the timing, it's super consistent. Like before they buffed it, I stand by. I think the matchup was like 90 to 10. Like 90 to 10 in Ten's favor, not Stamp's. As it is now, it's probably closer to 70-30. Like it's so much tighter. It's so much tighter, and you just need to know like the exact timing. And sadly, there are not a ton of Ultra Stamp players because all of them are convinced their special is bad, which I do not like, but I can understand why, because it is definitely rough in like in the current meta that we play, considering a lot of things just shoot under you. Okay. I have a visual of the perfect face that I want to get to, which is huge. I could probably fight there. This is just personal. Habits. Okay, let me go back and help. Damn, thank you, Range. Yeah, that was on me. I hard committed to one style and then I changed it. That is entirely my fault. Oh shit, that was shot. Why did I think that was like a carbon? Whatever. I should probably eat something between next game. Ooh, this is going to be bad. Come on, teammates. Let's get it out. I'm gonna just force right side. I fucking fat finger the Y button. The fact I lived is a miracle. I'm dead, Rich, yeah. I should have paired forward. Did you bubbles go up at the same time? What? No, okay, it's just the one. Alright, let's do this real quick. Let's just focus on staying alive. Because I can do that back here. No, I need to watch forward. I'm sorry, buddy, you lost the junior on your own terms. That is your fault. There's no helping you. I'm gonna lean it hard into my personal habits. Because I want to camp up here. Buddy, I'm not going back. That hit? That's crazy. I didn't think that would. That's fine. I need a prep right side. I see you, Blaster. No, I'm sorry, I have eyes. They're wonderful little things. They let me see all sorts of lights. And all sorts of pretty lights. Oh. Shit, Ranger's gonna kill me here, I think. No, we're John. God, this space feels so foreign. Because I used to play this space. Like, I think this used to be my default base before I started picking it up. Why is my controller being buggy? Whatever. I'm sorry, 96. You need to make your own plans here, buddy. I will force Rainmaker to go into y'all, but that is all I'm gonna do. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ranger just expect. Where are we, team? This is low-key some of why I prefer NA to JP. Wait, I don't need to kill you. Wait, why are we killing them? That literally, that just makes my life harder. That painted my feet. I am so livid. Not actually, but it is very obnoxious. That's fine. It's just the decav. And we're over-focusing it. I go forward and back, buddy. If you don't, we're gonna die to decav. I'll stall it. Hi, Junior. Thank you for looking at me. There we go. I don't think we deserved that game, but we sure did win it. Probably try to go till I get like one good game to the standards that I'm trying to match to. Review and point out some of the stuff that I'm looking for, and then I'll call it a night. What is going on in the server? Alright, let's shield here. Because this offers me everything that I want. I don't even care that I die. Yep, perfect. Yeah, that opens up so much up front. In this case, my gripe is the S-Blast just didn't focus forward. Damn, okay, I was slow. No, that's fair. I need to actually adjust to the fact that this is Luna and not range. Because I'm still in the mindset of, oh yeah, I'm fighting a range. When, like, this is the opposite of a range. I shouldn't have dropped there. Okay. I know how to drop for that. Ooh, you poor back. I did not mean to get caught up like that. I'm gonna die here. Yeah. I meant to drop off the side, and I just didn't. Cool, we be chilling. You got it, teammates. Oh my. Sometimes I think I give my teammates too much faith, but like, I also don't care. I will do it again. Like, that just is what I do. Okay. Right now, I just want to focus on keeping you on there. That or just dropping it. Die. You know what? That's good enough. Shit. I didn't realize Luna was coming in. Also, hold up, Splatjack is a crazy name. I'm assuming it's for Jack Eve, but... So that's our crazy name, considering the name system. There's so much on my brain right now. Okay. Let me just take a breath and... Or just take a second to breathe. I know what I want to play, how I want to play. So I will just focus on that. Damn, okay. It's all first weapon in the future. Yeah, I'm gonna munch on my Velveeta between this game and the next. That mini really was slow. Holy. Bro almost got left in the dust. Yeah? How'd that work for you, buddy? Damn, that didn't kill? Okay. No, that's fair, I jumped. Alright, enemy team. Look at me. We're going back into the blender. Because I really don't care what it takes. Shit. Okay, this one is playing really defensive. Like, I don't care, they're having to ruin their entire plan just for little old me, but... They're gonna have to deal with that Stamper. Oh shit, yeah, that's tragic. I had a feeling they were there, I should have trusted that gut feeling. Okay. There's just so many other things I want to focus on. I do not want to grab that. Thank you, teammate. That's tragic. Okay. What time is it? I think I get one more game, and I'll probably actually call it here either way. because my throat is starting to die. And I really don't feel like pushing my throat how I would normally because, again, I am sick. That sounds like a great way to be stuck recovering longer. I don't know, I might not. Okay, where is one of my playlists? I demand the insane amount of stimulation from my music. Oh wait, this should actually be a good playlist if I remember the songs right. There we go. Do I get a game in time? That is the question. That reminds me, I should plug in my controller. That's tragic. I didn't get a game in time. Oh well. I kind of want to see what's in zones, and I'll go from there. Uh, yeah, whatever. I'll play a few games as zones and see if I get anything that matches the standard that I'm looking for. I'll do that and then upload the replay and then call it a night. Or maybe I don't know. Depends how long it takes. Okay. Oh, the station is actually perfect for what I'm looking for. Like right now, I'm already doing is trying to get attention onto me. Like, I know I can play that better, but it keeps two of them stuck in mid. They're stuck on their side of mid, so I'm not too peeved. Hi, buddy. Ooh, damn. Okay, that expo's gonna be an issue. Yeah, I'm probably gonna call this my last. Actually, I can't focus well right now because my Mucinex next is running out. I never really want to save when I take it again for when I'm trying to fall asleep. The sleep tends to be important, sadly. Okay, jump, cool. I know you are. Like, I want to point out because I'm playing here. The reason I'm fishing for some stuff here is they have to keep me in mind if to play this correct. Because, like, here, I drew so much attention, because the second that they stop looking at me, they just explode. Moth, I will block you. I wasn't joking about that threat that I said a while back. Or it's not even a threat, it's a promise. Okay. And now I go back in and force them to at least acknowledge me. No, you did. Die. This game is very rough, but it has the outline of how I see it actually. I might stick with this rotation for a bit. I want them to stare at me. Okay, brush just runs by, that's fine. No thank you. I'm kind of chill just grinding solo. Especially because I'm trying to dial in on a playstyle. Like, normally I consider it more, but like, one, I'm sick, two, I'm trying to dial in on a playstyle which is so foreign to me. Two, I also am literally looking just for a, season reset. But I'm also just looking to get one good game review and call it a night. So less in the way of ending your stream is good. Oh, okay, that's shredded shield. Looking for a hybrid. It's no one defined style, which is why it's hard. I'm trying to figure something out which is like basically a hybrid of standard play and how we play. The issue is I'm so dead. I'm so used to just full speed ahead. I mean, I feel fine. Like, I'm not that sick. It's just annoying. More than anything right now. Alright, I'm just gonna gun forward here. This might be a bit silly, but like, I'm in a really good spot up here to just live. Damn, the fact that I didn't kill is not... why? I mean, it's more so because this entire stream is literally just breaking apart how Shadow played. I like giving an answer of like, hey, this is what I think you should look for, compared to, yeah, just figure it out. Because just figure it out is not helpful, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, this game is not going how I wanted it to, but this is fine. I know how to fix it. This feels a lot closer to what I'm looking for, so that's all I care about. Bro, you are going to get fucking deleted. I love bots on Twitch. It's so hilarious. I know you're watching me. I get over here. You're getting banned. I'll ban you after my next death. Wow, these bows really want my ass. There we go, they're banned. If that was one of your friends, I'm sorry. That's on them. I assume not, but I do not care. You know what, I'm just gonna chill here for a bit, because they're just gonna look at me. It's not sure, but it's also nice, because it just clears chat. Like, I know they get banned, but I don't care. It feels nice to just be like, be gone. Oh my Lanta. I do not like this scenario. So we're gonna take it to my turf. Yeah, buddy? Holy! Credit where it's due, I wasn't expecting them to do that. I feel like that is rare and impressive. Like, even though it was just for a brief moment, it's still there. I respect the shit out of it. Okay, you need to die, buddy. Because I'm not going to paint very well. I can chase you. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, okay. That'd be a scared the daylights out of me. Yeah. I want to check my pace. I can chill here. I don't like this though. This feels so much slower than what I want. There. That's what I figure as well. I just don't care. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I think I'll fish for 1 or 2 more games and then try to do a light breakdown. No, that's fair. I get taking interest in it. My approach is just, it is what it is. God, I'm not looking forward to needing to timestamp all this, but whatever. Oh, Shadow is still streaming. Chill. Oh, hi, Bird. Ooh, this is gonna be brutal. I'm not gonna force that. I don't know. I honestly think Tony is more important here. Damn, okay. Gotta work through that. Zap had some insane tracking. Shit. There's no way I was gonna live that, but that's tragic. To get hit by... I don't know where I'm jumping to. That's where, okay. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, that didn't kill. Okay. Yeah. Being hungry plus sick is not doing me any favors. So I'll definitely call it soon. Ooh, I didn't move away. Okay. That's what I'll do in the future. I don't even care if I die. This does so much damage to whatever structure they want. Okay. You know what? I take that. I take that every day of the week. Ooh, that seems... okay. Oh wait, we're so chilling. I don't even care that I died. They burned Kraken in no man's land. Yeah, huge. That shield's so unnecessary, whatever. As long as we can... okay, cool, we can cap zone. We should be able to catch that. Yep. That was a really stupid reave. That's tragic, okay. Okay, I'll squid around the future then. Undercover, buddy, please paint the square. You actually have half decent paint, I do not. Especially considering I was jumping in. Come on, push me, buddy. You coward. I did not mean to fat finger the right stick. I know you're starting your guns up, and it's funny because you really just played wrong. Come on, push me. Why are you here? Yeah, I'm gonna go forward because I want to use this on the Wellstring. Okay, that's fine. I dragged two of them super far back. Oh, we just aren't capping. That's tragic. It's crazy because I know I'm losing these games, but it really doesn't feel that bad. Okay, I'll do one more, and if not, worst case scenario, I'll break apart in this game. That's fine. There's so much working in our favor here right now, so I'm really not gonna sweat it. I need to restart my music. Ooh, okay. That jump might have been a mistake. I really don't regret it though, because I need music. Ooh, shit, high stamper. Yeah, no. I think I have entered the realm of I am not gonna be able to get any more productive games in. I needed to win on either one of those shots. I would have been fine. I just pulled it away. Okay. I know you're staring. I know both of you are staring at me. That's what I want. I don't even care. Like, yeah, cool. I traded my life for getting everyone in. I think I kind of win that scenario. Oh shit. Nice. This is gonna be annoying. Okay, I didn't space right. I think I can destroy multiple in one hit. If I space things right. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind dying there. Yeah, I'm defaulting so hard on my normal habits, which is great normally, but terrible for what I need to do right now. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I am defaulting on my normal habits, and I'm not in the right mindset to play it. Oh no. So much of what I'm doing is just a mess right now. Whatever. I'm gonna just sit here, considering that they have to deal with me. That's tragic. At least on the right side, I know if I am drop dead tired, I can still... I know my pacing's fine. Ooh, shit, okay. I played that wrong, I overfocused zip. Oh wow, we really are just letting them... We're just letting them into our spawn. This is crazy. Yeah, no, that's fair. They realized I go in front of shield more. I don't know what my teammates were doing in this game. Not much I can do, though. Okay, yeah. I'll go over one more game and I'll call it, because I've been streaming for, what, 4 hours? Yeah, I think by the time I'm done with the review, I'll be streaming for 4 hours, which is a lot. Especially considering I've kind of been working at a calorie deficit for like the past, what, 3 days? Because I've been sick. So yeah, we be chilling. Okay, where's the second game? I thought I go 2-2, but it's like, I totally feel like I win that. Fair. I mean, typically I'm actually pretty good about eating, I just eat in like 2 big meals. It's just been hard to get up and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat too. It's just like, eh. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna just go over this slightly, I'm not gonna go super in depth. Like, one thing that I want out of this opening is them to look at me. This is still me leaning hard into personal habits. Like, this is how I enjoy playing the game. Because you can say that I almost draw too much aggression, but we get 2 out of it, so I'm really not too heated about it. Like, this is, what I would normally fish for. Let me fast forward through this. Similar thing here. Like, the main thing I'm looking for is I want to be taking, like, their plat. Because I want to make sure that they can't just not look at me. Like, right here, I'm making sure Bo's on me. Because that just means my teammates can take whatever fights they're looking for. Here, this is fine. Like, I just play it wrong in the first place. Let's see. And, like, it's not like it's kind of grinding for the same thing. Like, in this case, I fish for it. I get 1 and I just force in. Like, the main thing for this is I'm just gonna trust my teammates to do what they need to behind me. Because I can just hold everything up front very well. Like, in sitting up here, I can install basically any respawn, and I was actually fishing for Zuko with it as well. Like, I'm so peeved because I think I played this right, I just didn't place my Zuko shot close enough to them. Like, I'm used to old Zuko, where this would 50 and I'd get both. Like, in this case, I'd totally whiff my Zuko, but whatever. Like, staying so far up means they have to deal with me first, so my teammates have such an easy time. Excuse me. But they have such an easy time later. Like, only now are we really needing to get into fights. This video is so hateful, but Like, right now I'm playing reactive. And again, like, reactive gameplay is fine. This is where you want to play reactive. I don't like reactive gameplay, but I get why people do. Like, letting this play out, like, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but, like, here, a lot of what I'm doing is, like, I'm just pushing in, and this literally makes 3 of them stare at me. Because if they don't, I'm just gonna force them off of plat, and because of that, it lets people in. Like, I'm gonna open map, they literally just kind of get surrounded. Like, they just get boxed in. Like, let me go to overhead real quick. Because, like, here. I push in, cool, they kill me or whatever. They literally just get boxed in. Like, they have 1 escape, which is dropping, and Hydra covers it. Here, I'm really just trying to fish as far forward as I can, because the more time I can get on me, the better. Like, in this case, I just die, but if they don't focus me here, they're in such a bad spot, and if they focus me, they're still in such a bad spot, because my teammates set up. I don't know what I was doing there, actually. That's such an odd respawn. Right now, I'm just fishing to make people's lives easier coming back in. I can't actually jump out here. I don't, because I'm fishing for something a little bit further in. Like, I'm trying to stall bow here. Like, going in, like, you can just go in, draw 3 of them, and jump out. The reason I fish for what I do is any and all attention that's on me is off of my teammates, so they cap zone for free. And in a team setting, this is even better because I get 2 of them on me, and you just have 3 coordinated teammates. Here, this is literally just a look at me or die. And I get their blood to stare at me, and I get their reflex to at least keep an eye on me. Like, they literally cannot play how they want to just because of me being in their face, so they can't support any of their teammates, which makes my teammates' lives easier. Like, that's a lot of what I'm fishing for, is how can I get any and all attention on me who force the enemy team to make a decision which my teammates benefit from? And if you want to argue, like, slower gameplay benefits from this more, sure. Can't fully disagree, but I won't fully agree either. This is a moment of I'm literally just trying to get as much attention as possible. So I just kind of force behind them. I get totally mixed up here, this is fine, but, like, I want to point out, I'm an open map. They're still so boxed in by me just going forward. Like, they have less room to try to make a counter-attack from, just from me being, like, a few feet in front, and being willing to die. Like, it really is such an insane buff for, honestly, a kind of minimal risk. Or, like, if you're me showing behind them, this is literally just a, you have to keep an eye on me. In this case, they don't, and you just get a free double. Hell, we effectively get a triple because I just forced the decap so far out of position. Yeah, like, decap just dies for free, and now we just ignore that zone for 20 seconds. Like, a lot of the choices that I'm doing are literally just purely for what forces a lot of space and attention onto me. In this case, I was just messing around. But, like, standing here, this makes sure that they actually can't approach the ledge. And that's huge considering we have Hydra and Dread in this case. Like, it just isn't safe to, like, approach ledge, which makes our life easy. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna upload this game for if it wants to be watched for whoever watches this in the future. Because, this is literally aimed at Shadow if they watched it this far, because that would be great. Because again, I do prefer giving a way to actually do it. But yeah, this is the replay code. I'm going to call it there for stream. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. Thanks for those who tuned in. Thanks for those who watched the VOD whenever it's out. See you.